Van Nunley and Fred Slow. Now batting for the sports animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, men on, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Robert Buck D. Gibson.
This is 2 Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
It means Fred doesn't know the calendar.
It means the boys are
13th month calendar.
So yesterday, the Congress was like, the Senate, the government, the powers that be, they were like, the daylight savings time, that's not a thing anymore. And I was like, well, it's about time
To enact the 13th month calendar.
Come on, boys. Joining us to start the program, friend of the show, friend in real life, Scott Cregan. Scott, welcome to the show, Graphic Connection.
Yeah. Welcome back.
How's that microphone working, you two?
That's great. I have a brand new.
So in the industry, we call that a sock or another word.
Yeah.
We're going to go sock on air.
Well, I have a new sock on.
There you go. Van Nunley is here. Van, how are you?
Oh, good, man. Flying by the seat of my pants. I just walked in.
Yeah.
Bringing in some energy.
Bringing in something. So, yes. And then also joining us
Are you talking about my scent? I was outside working pretty hard.
I would say
good, man.
you're adjacent.
Thank you.
All right. You're being overly kind, Scott. I don't, what is
He
this?
looks good.
What are you doing? He's okay.
Yeah, he was good. There's a thing Fred does where he doesn't say anything nice to me ever. So this is weird hearing nice things inside the studio.
A lot of people
I'm here for you, brother.
A lot of people think
Appreciate
it's a radio bit. It is not.
It's not. It's just how he treats me in real life all the time.
Michael Vitale, who I thought I wasn't going to have to see this week, but that whole thing got screwed up with the Lady Lobos making the NIT. Michael, how are you?
And it's good to see you guys in studio. Missed you.
Scott Cregan's with us because we're going to talk Lobos a little bit. We're going to talk about what's going on in the community. Scott, how are you? How's Graphic Connections?
Graphic Connections doing great.
Yeah.
We're starting to get busy again. It's once spring hits and we get some spring sports and there's events going on. It's kind of nice to see after COVID that we were printing a bunch of softball t-shirts today for a big tournament, and there's lots of basketball going on, so things are starting to pick up around town.
You do what's your involvement with the state tournament? Is it a lot of the apparel, none of the apparel? How does that work with you?
We don't do the merchant. We used to. We had the contract for about 6 years. We don't do the merchandising anymore, but a lot of the teams that are out there, we're outfitting
warm-ups and shooting.
Yeah, so we do shooting shirts and t-shirts and all the stuff you see a lot of the teams wearing.
Did they have a rush order for the NIT game? They're like, hey, we need these tomorrow.
Yeah, no, didn't get that one, but they're hopefully. I talked to Mr. Nunez this morning. He's hoping that a bunch of people show up tonight and support the Lady Lobos.
Oh, and they should. And that's why you're here. Because so we were going to be at the pit. The original plan was boys live from the pit. We're going to bring the girls game. It's going to be great. And the NIT was like, this isn't actually a Lobos game, y'all. This is an NIT game. We can't just let you in like this. We got a whole national audience stuff. We're like, okay, cool. We'll go back to the studio. I didn't know it was like that. I thought the NIT was like, come one, come all, but it's like serious business.
Yeah, they go in and take it over. I think they cover up all the signage, and I think they do. I mean, I know they do that for the NCAAs, but
Scott, do you have any conflicts with entities like high school or like for the Lobos trademark?
You mean could anyone just come in and use the Lobo trademark?
Yeah, and just you can screen up t-shirts without having any contract or no? Or?
No, we're licensed through the university, so we actually have to send off every single thing that we do to a third-party agency who actually has to approve it, make sure the trademarks are on there, make sure the colors. One year we had one of the fraternities want to do the shirt, but it wasn't good. And I was like, guys, this will never get approved. And sure enough, you send it in and immediately you get an email back. Nope, can't do that.
No, thanks.
We can't do a 2 men on colorway of like the Lobos logo. I feel like that'd be a good look.
Well, I mean, maybe we can go to Mr. Nunez and see if he'd approve it.
That's the plan.
Yeah. Are you referring to friend of the show, friend in real life, Eddie Nunez? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we do need a cherry and silver logo.
Yeah, I'm sure. With your affiliation, we could probably get something done.
I mean, we couldn't get into the NIT, so I don't know how strong our affiliation
How many cards we got left in this deck?
Well, obviously, I reached out to you this afternoon, Scott, because I was like, all right, so we got the NIT, we got one more game for the Lady Lobos, and obviously you're the big supporter of the Lobos in town. What does that do for like your fandom? What is it? Does one more game means the world to you, or is it a bummer we missed the big dance?
No, I think anytime, like I was saying, anytime we could have another event here in Albuquerque and get exposure. I mean, tonight, I don't know if it's on ESPN or if it's on what it's on. I think it is, but I mean, anytime you have Albuquerque, New Mexico on national TV, I think it's a big time deal for us, because I think sometimes we get, people that are from here. I'm not from here, but I've been here a long time.
Right.
But people from here, and my daughter's sitting here and I wanted her to hear this, but when you grow up in Albuquerque, people always say, "Oh, Texas is better, Arizona's better, Utah." No, we're the 32nd largest city in the country,
Right.
and I don't think people realize that.
No,
I mean,
they
we're a
don't.
big time, city and state, and we need to act like it. So anytime we get any events here, it's awesome.
Also, welcome to the studio, but not on mic. Grace, welcome.
Hello, welcome.
Hi, Grace.
Won't go near the microphone, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're right. Number 32 by size, but number 1 in our hearts. That's how I feel about Albuquerque.
Easily.
Absolutely.
But here's what I need you to do. Stop telling people.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
you beat me to it.
Oh, that's where you're going?
I was just about to say
Oh,
that.
you take it. All right, back it.
I love bragging on my city. I love bragging on my state. Northern New Mexico is magical. I love telling people about it, just not too much.
Yeah.
Because I want this place to turn into Phoenix.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Well, yeah, because that's the 5th largest city in the country
Yes.
now, and it is really hard to get around. We can
Sure.
get anywhere in this town in 20 to 25 minutes,
For sure.
anytime.
I'm not afraid to go to the Rio Rancho Event Center on June the 5th to see Nelly. I'm not afraid to do that.
Well, I'm going to be there with you,
I know.
and I'm going to wear my Nelly shirt.
That's rescheduled
Wait,
today.
did you make special Nelly shirts for us that night?
Trademarks and all.
Yeah, trademarks.
I mean, I'm super in on this plan, actually. You and I were talking a lot off air, Scott, about student athletes. We've been talking a lot about name, image, likeness stuff. What do you think it's doing for student athlete? What do you think it's doing for the game? You think it's the positive move that has to happen, or are you still apprehensive?
Well, it's a slippery slope right now. I just read the other day, I didn't tell you about this, but Sports Illustrated just published something that said that there's a 2024 kid, you can look this up.
Sure.
Fact check me. That's a football player that's in high school that is getting ready to sign an $8 million deal.
Whew.
Okay, this kid isn't even going to be in college next year.
Is it Arch Manning?
I you know what? It's
It
probably,
might be.
well, I think what I read, and also that Primetime's son, Deion Sanders,
Yeah.
is like one of the biggest NIL deal because of his dad. So if you're asking me, do I think it's good? If we can go back a few years and I can go back and get my money that I never got when I played college football, that'd be great.
At least not over the table.
Yeah.
Sure.
But
Wouldn't that be the only 1 or 2% of your Power 5 schools would get that type of NIL?
I think that's
problem.
even a high percent.
well, University of Texas announced before the season their 14 on scholarship of offensive linemen are each getting $50,000 a year for the next 4 years.
Crazy.
Yep.
And here's the problem. We're a small, we're not a big five. We don't have that type of revenue here. I think we operate on about a $33 million budget, and Texas is 220.
Right.
And now they're getting all this NIL money. So I think there needs to be a division in NCAA sports, because there's the big five and then there's the rest of us. But the NIL deals here, I don't know how it's going to affect New Mexico, but I talked to some people about this, but we're going to have a kid now that's going to be getting recruited for football, and our coaches are going to be sitting in his living room, and he's going to say, well, hey, Colorado State just got me this $200 a month
Correct. Yeah.
deal, and we better have something or we're not going to get that kid.
For me, the Mountain West, the only school that's really doing it to this point is University of Las Vegas. They're doing very good. They're out in front. UNLV is really putting their student athlete first. I'm putting in quotations because I don't necessarily trust Las Vegas, Nevada business or Ackerman or whatever. But I think that's why University of New Mexico is such a strong opportunity, because if you can really get ahead of the curve, you can be ahead of a Colorado State. You can be ahead of a lot of other Mountain West teams and set yourself up for success, at least on the field, if we get ahead of it. And I think that's where that next conversation has to come from in town is how to build that pool, because the university can't do it, man. It has to be done by alumni and friends of the school and adjacent, to where building that pool of resources where you can be like, oh, $200 a month from Burrito Shop. Well, we have $400 a month from Burrito and Taco Shop. And it's like, that's the better deal.
I've hired over 160 student athletes since I've been in business.
Wow.
And I've had, just so you know, I've had the backup pitcher for the baseball team, and I had J.R. Giddens, who was a first round draft pick. I had Glover Quinn, who was, played in the NFL and then led the NFL. I've gotten a chance to work with a lot of these kids. And by the way, I was a student athlete as well.
Right.
And
the student athlete, and you should go ahead and preface that correctly.
wow.
Lobos.
I get better every year.
Okay.
That's the deal.
You must have heard me tell baseball stories.
Yeah. You get every year you get older, you get a little better. But anyway, I've met a lot of these kids, and people think that they're being paid a lot of money. It's a grind. I mean, it's a full-time job.
It is.
And they get, they do get their education paid for, which I'm very thankful. I was brought here from Southern California. I stayed here. I started my company. I started my family here. And Albuquerque is my home, and I'm not going. I grew up in Southern California. People always ask, why don't you go back to California? I said, well, this is my home. This is where I like visiting there.
Sure.
But this is where I live. So back then, NIL deal, it's something that's here. And until, I don't know if they're ever going to shut it down, but there's a bunch of big schools that are doing some big things.
The one that jumped out to me was the Cavender twins at Fresno State. The
Cavender twins.
Cavender, yeah. Oh my gosh, they're number one, tremendous athletes. Number two, you can put them on the front of any magazine. Like, and WWE gave them a name, image, likeness deal. So they have. But anyways, I think it was yesterday or the day before. They're like, transfer portal. We're too big for Fresno State now.
Right.
Like, can they actually play bigger than Fresno State? No, they don't have that skill set. But when they end up at UConn or Baylor or Tennessee or wherever they're going to end up, because of the money that's associated with them, and that to me really changes the dynamic. Because now, are you trying to win games? Or are you trying to bring in the most clout?
The transfer portal now, from what I've heard from the college coaches that I know, a lot of these Big Five conferences aren't even recruiting high school kids now. They're going and saying, go look at the portal first.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then let's get some kids that we know we can that can play. That have. I mean, we had a kid. I'm just going to say it. I don't know if I'll get in trouble. We had a freshman last year that from El Paso that started for UNM and as a running back.
Correct.
700 or 800 yards.
Yep. Pretty good.
Well, guess what? Here's what happens. I'm pretty good. He goes in the portal. He's out University of Washington now.
Yep.
And he's got an NIL deal, and this whole thing it's scary, because we're now getting these kids and we're trying to develop these young kids, and they get a little film. They might be gone tomorrow.
Also, I hate
That's
UW.
true.
I've been saying,
Yeah.
everyone knows I'm a Washington State guy. I literally, I hate the Huskies more than anything in the whole world.
Yeah.
Can we talk about what's going on with state scholarships when we get back from the break?
Absolutely.
Let's do that. We didn't introduce it. We should have. 2 Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal.
High interest credit cards are a super downer. Lower those rates with the Independence Credit Card from Kirtland Federal Credit Union. From zero to hero with Kirtland Federal Credit Union. Learn more at kirtlandfcu.org/0.
This report is brought to you by Kirtland Federal Credit Union.
I-40 looking good in both directions here in the metro. I-25 looks good for the most part. We are seeing some slowdown southbound on I-25 between Osuna and Montgomery. River crossings headed west this afternoon. Paseo, Alameda, and Montano, they all look good also. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The Jim Rome Show.
I know it's a really small sample, but exactly how good do the Sixers look with James Harden right now? And what happened to all that talk about how Harden was on the decline? Come to find out, it really was not about his ability, but more about him wanting to get out of Brooklyn. Whatever it was, the 76ers did not get that guy. They are dealing with some vintage Houston MVP beard.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes Very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
It was an amazing game on a perfect Friday night. Dominic was unstoppable that night. I've never been more proud being a mama. We never saw it coming. A drunk driver hit our car. My baby. He's gone forever.
Drinking? Don't drive. Be safe, not sorry. This message brought to you by NMDOT.
The Albuquerque Hispano Chamber of Commerce is the small business chamber of New Mexico with over 1,000 members representing a diverse business community. Are you a creative thinker into creative economy or tech looking to help grow a woman-owned business? A young entrepreneur looking to expand your business? The Hispano Chamber is for you. Join today and experience all the benefits of membership and make your plans to be at La Noche Encantada, our state's largest black tie event, March 12th. There are only a few seats left. Visit ahcnm.org for more details. The Albuquerque Hispano Chamber of Commerce. Join, connect, thrive.
Casino at the Downs is now hiring, and some positions include a $600 bonus. Vacancies are in security, IT, slot attendant, drop team, food and beverage, players club, audit, and more. Visit abqdowns.com/careers for listings. Join Casino at the Downs in the heart of Albuquerque. The First Turn Lounge at Casino at the Downs invites you to the official Ty Murray PBR kickoff party Thursday, March 24th from 6 to 8 p.m. with Brandon Seiss and ticket giveaways. And on Saturday the 26th, join us for the official PBR after party immediately following the event.
This is where New Mexico comes for sports. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The.
And you're up now.
Back on the program. Fireworks to start. Joining us in the studio, Scott Cregan, owner of Graphic Connection, obviously Lobo alum and Lobo know-it-all. Horace Stolting will be joining us at 4:30. We're going to talk about the PCL coming back for the Isotopes. Also joining us at 6 o'clock, JJ Buck, as we preview the Lady Lobo stuff. And before the day ends, Van went to an anti-bullying campaign today because, people have identified you as a bully.
Yeah, I learned a lot.
You were not a guest, you were the target. It was an intervention, actually.
Yeah, I was out at George I. Sanchez Collaborative Community School, way out in the Southwest. It's right next to Atrisco Heritage. And, friend in real life, friend of the show, Matt Avila, was so kind to organize an anti-bullying campaign with the help of, UFC legend, Albuquerque hero, Diego Sanchez, and, of course, the Duke City Gladiators, and had a lot of fun and spread some good messages and honored some great students and student athletes. It's really cool.
That's what's up. So, long story short, are you still a bully or no?
You're about to find out, son.
All right, there we go. Scott Cregan's with us. We're talking obviously university. We're talking athletics, but I want to talk about the state scholarship program for a little bit. So, MLG last week or 2 weeks ago or whatever, she's like, hey, we're expanding it. The way it was the headline was brand new, whatever. It's not brand new. So it's expanded to, I think, 35,000 more students a year, something crazy, $75 million or something crazy. Anyways, if you're a New Mexico student and you want to become a learner at secondary education, you have affordable options to do that at any of our great institutes. But how it relates to sports, New Mexico athlete can go to New Mexico College for basically $0 and then end up with a scholarship program by way of an NIL program. In your opinion, Scott, what's that going to do for collegiate athletics here in the state, be it state, university, Highlands, Eastern, Western, whatever?
Well, it's huge. I mean, you can, if you're an athlete and you want to play at one of those schools, whether you're D1 or D2, you literally can go to school for free.
Right.
And it's huge for the university because like Highlands, which they really recruit in-state
kids.
Absolutely.
They do.
And they want kids here. They want them to stay. And if the basketball coach can offer books and whatever, and $500 a semester, and then the kid gets to go for free, why would you go to San Angelo State and pay, $15,000 a year when you can go to school here free?
Literally no reason.
No, there's no reason at all. So, I mean, what we were talking off the air, I mean, my son is a senior at UNM. I grew up in California. I have friends that send their kids all over California to go to school, and they're getting done and they have $200,000 of, financial aid. My son is going to be done in May. Nothing. Everything's paid for.
I literally cannot imagine that.
It's like literally when you're from New Mexico and you don't know this, call one of your friends in Nebraska or Texas and ask them how they do it, because
call this show and ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or ask me, because I'm a dad paying it. Like, it is unreal what we have here, and it's great, and we should all take advantage of it.
What's he graduating in?
I'm really proud of this.
Yeah.
3.7 from Anderson School, and it took me a couple semesters to hit 3.7, but we're not going to talk about that.
There we go.
But no, I'm really proud of him.
You're talking about adding two of your
Yeah,
semesters
exactly.
to get a 3.7.
Thank you.
Okay, there we go.
Scott Cregan.
Yeah.
So weird. So.
Yeah.
Graphic Connections, obviously, that's where we get all of our merch. That's where we get all of our apparel. I'm going to be honest. We got years ago when we started the ABQ Central show, before we had a relationship with you, we got some stuff from somewhere else. Wasn't great. We got your stuff. Now everyone else wants it. I'm not going to name no names.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's some industry guys out there that want to be like us. If someone has an interest in connecting with Graphic Connections, like how I did that, then who do they reach out to, and what's the process of getting your branded whatevers?
Yeah. So we've been in business for 26 years, which is crazy. Our phone number is 821-2777, or you could reach us online. We have a website and everything else. Yeah, your two men stuff's been great. I see you guys all over social media wearing it, and people like to be branded, right?
Yeah.
So same thing with us. We have promotional products, we have banners. So anything you want with your logo on, we do, whether it's a sports team, a business, a nonprofit group organization. We're also really big. We just did a bunch of which they just came in. We have a hockey team here at UNM, and we offer jerseys, and like we went live. This is how powerful the internet is, as you guys know. We went live at 3:00. Coach posted that we were selling these jerseys, and 2 hours later we had $6,000 in jersey sales. So
okay.
Yeah,
Do they cost $1,000 a piece?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. They're $150. But here's my point. We do online stores for businesses, groups, organizations, nonprofits. So if anyone wants an online store, they can give us a call or hit us up. And
But Scott, I don't need $6,000 worth of jerseys. I just need like a dozen shirts.
Yeah, but have you seen those? You're the one that does that, right, Scott?
you're the man. Yes.
Because I've been trying to find out, where can I get those?
Yeah. Well, our minimum's 12 pieces, so we don't.
Okay.
I mean, if you need 12 shirts, we do 12 shirts, but we also do, 10,000 shirts at a time. We've tried to be. We're diverse. Like I said, we go after big groups, organizations. UNM, CNM, a lot of those big organizations. But we also do. We had a guy in this morning that needed 12 T-shirts for his plumbing company. So. And you get whatever you want.
And it's not just T-shirts either. Like it's like Wonka land when you walk into your lobby.
It is
it's
weird.
It's like, oh my god, you do
everything.
You do watch bands.
Yeah.
You do bobbleheads.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I just did
everything in your lobby.
Yeah. I'm a New Mexico Migo, which that's a whole nother story we'll talk about another time. But we're getting ready to take our Goodwill Ambassador trip, and I just did decanters. And I'm not a big drinker, but I just did decanters with the New Mexico Migos logo on it. So anything with your logo on, we could do, including two men.
That's what it's about. What's the hottest right now? Masks have kind of faded out, right? They're not the hotness anymore.
No.
Okay.
We're donating them now.
Coffee
Okay.
cups.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Well, yes, coffee. I mean, obviously tumblers, right? Everyone wants a tumbler.
Oh, everyone drinks coffee or has drinks. So the drinkware is always big.
And you guys do that? Do you do like that engraving stuff too, or is
we
it?
Do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do the engraving and we do all the decoration. I mean, quick story, real quick. When I go golfing and I use my Graphic Connection golf ball and I slice a lot, like every hole, my ball goes over in the boonies, and someone goes, "Oh, you want me to get your balls?" I'll just leave it out there.
Good advertising.
And about 2 weeks later, I'll get a text message of like, "Hey, Cregan,
Look what I found.
Hey, I found one of your balls." And then the guy goes, "Oh, by the way, I need some more hats." So getting your name and image out there is important for businesses or schools or whoever wants to promote their group or organization.
Well, having like a recognizable logo attached to a recognizable brand is so important.
Yes.
Like you can't do it without it. You can't grow your business. You can't grow your radio show, your podcast, whatever it is in your life without that branding, without that advertising out in the community.
I don't know how relevant it is to what we're talking about. Have you guys ever seen at the mall where they engrave on a piece of rice? Have you guys ever seen that?
I've seen it.
It's crazy.
Do they do it here?
I don't know if it's at this one.
I've seen it before. I don't.
How do you even do that? That's like,
I don't even.
What is this engraving for ants?
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
Can you actually read it? Did you see it?
So it goes in a magnifying tube.
Yeah.
So they put it in a magnifying. Guys, I'm being serious.
I've seen it.
Okay, you're not as impressed by this as I
I'm
was.
not, but that's one of those things you get really excited and buy it, and then you put it in your drawer for the rest of your life and never look at it again.
When Kenny Pickett washes out of the NFL, his tiny hands can go to rice engraving.
Whoa.
Scott.
Yes.
Weirdest thing you've ever printed. What is it? What's the weirdest? What's the weirdest piece of whatever that someone was like, I gotta have that for whatever reason?
I got one already.
Underwear.
How about I need a custom sombrero? So from the text line here.
Maybe we have. We've had people.
So I say you have to order 12, like a 12 minimum.
We've had most of the time the worst thing is underwear, and not used underwear. We have to buy it because I'm not printing anyone's underwear.
What do you mean? So we could get 2 men on underwear?
Yeah, if you guys want it, I could do some 2 men underwear. That'd be awesome.
Sweet.
I don't want traditional underwears. I want like scanty underwears. Do they have that?
We can, as long as there's an area we could print. Well, we could do it for.
Is there like a modeling part of your store where you could like show me what's up?
Yeah,
or okay, so
you could be one of my male models.
This is yes.
Yeah.
That's for the longest time.
Yeah.
So my grandfather was a nude model at the community college where he would go, and I think he volunteered. Actually, this is a real story. So I feel like I should
probably paid to be there.
One would assume. Yeah, it's his own voyeur. So but I need to follow in the footsteps. So I'm in. Can we put that on the website? Me doing that?
Yeah. Yes, we could do that. I was going to tell you one other quick story if you have time.
Oh, we do.
So my and Jeff Symbieta talked about this one day, and my phone was literally lighting up all day. So my weirdest piece I have a bunch of autograph stuff. I have a Brian Urlacher jersey. We just hosted Eric Dickerson here. I'm a huge Rams fan, so I have a helmet of his.
Sure.
So my weirdest thing my weirdest autograph thing is I have an autographed jockstrap from Brian Wilson, the Fear the Beard guy.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, from the Beach Boys.
No, not him. But I actually have his autographed jockstrap, and there's a whole long story behind it.
In the jockstrap, there's a whole long story.
He signed it. There's a whole long story. Got it.
Thank
that was
you.
a good one. I'll tell you that story again some other day, but Jeff Symbieta.
Yeah, I need the long story.
He embarrassed me like really bad one day, and I was like at work. I was like, why is my phone lighting up? And everyone's like, gosh, you actually have a signed autograph from a grown man? I'm like, I actually do. So next time we come on, I'll tell you that story.
We're off the rest of the week for NCAA basketball. I'm going to make you right now pledge on air that we're going to sit down and watch some tournament basketball later this week.
I will be there.
Thank you. That's exactly what I want. Scott, anything we missed, friend?
No, you guys are great, and thanks for having us on.
Cool. And also, New Mexico athlete, please play sports in New Mexico. I cannot stress that enough.
Yep.
That it's the most important thing in the world. And I don't know why New Mexico State doesn't recruit a Mexican athlete, and I will fight about that forever.
Yep.
Infuriates me.
They will now that they don't have to pay for it.
That low key, that's insanely correct.
They're like, you know what? We're going to recruit here now.
Yeah.
Now it fits into our budget.
Yep.
Scott Cregan, Grace, thank you.
Hi, Grace.
You guys are so great. Whenever we get back, Forrest Stolting's going to join us. The PCL's back, boys. We're going to talk about that. 2 Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
I-40 looking good in both directions here in the metro. I-25 looks good for the most part. We are seeing some slowdown southbound on I-25 between Osuna and Montgomery. River crossings headed west this afternoon. Paseo, Alameda, and Montano, they all look good also.
This message is brought to you by Blake's Lottaburger.
We're making life sweeter. Blake's Lottaburger is blending strawberry cheesecake milkshakes. It's our rich and creamy strawberry milkshake blended with a slice of real cheesecake. Strawberry cheesecake milkshakes from Blake's Lottaburger. Available for a limited time.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the state, locally owned and operated. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Like what you hear? You could actually work here. 95.9 FM and AM 610 is now hiring entry-level part-time positions like board operators. Join the Sports Animal team for the excitement of live radio, live sporting events.
World champs, baby!
With career advancement opportunity, a great staff, and the best part-time job you'll ever have. Unbelievable. Apply today at cumulusmedia.com/careers.
Lobo fans, postseason basketball is returning to the pit. The UNM women's basketball team is hosting Grand Canyon at 7 p.m. on Wednesday in the first round of the Women's National Invitational Tournament. Hop on board as the Lobos begin their quest for a postseason title. Tickets are available at golobos.com/tickets. That's golobos.com/tickets. Don't miss postseason basketball at the Pit. We are New Mexico, and this is Lobo Basketball. We'll see you there.
Are you in the market to sell your firearm? Ron Peterson Firearms wants to talk to you. Ron Peterson Firearms is in the market to purchase all types of firearms, modern and antique. They'll buy one firearm or your entire collection. Rest assured that New Mexico's most trusted gun dealer is still buying all types of firearms, always at top dollar. Plus, Ron Peterson continues to offer transfers for firearms purchased online. If you've got something to sell or transfer, please call 505-260-4790 or email rpguns@att.net.
Is that spring you're feeling in the air? It certainly is. Time to get out, be active, and get moving. Guys, how you feeling? It's Jeff Symbieta. And gentlemen, are you ready for spring? If not, if you're tired too often, feeling sluggish, put on a few too many pounds, or even you're dealing with erectile dysfunction, give NewMale a call. NewMale helps men all over the country deal with these very natural things. The number is 505-652-1688, or you can go online at NewMale. That's NUMALE.com. Why are so many men visiting NewMale? Because it works. NewMale utilizes its industry-leading testosterone replacement to help men deal with these very natural symptoms. Fellas, reality is as you age, there's a really good chance you're going to be affected by these things, but you don't have to succumb to them. Call NewMale at 505-652-1688 and take care of it. NewMale's right here in Albuquerque. They're convenient, and it works. That's the beauty. The results are real. Call NewMale at 505-652-1688. That's 505-652-1688, or visit newmail.com and feel better.
CarCrafters is proudly celebrating 40 years in business. Jim Guthrie, owner and president, started CarCrafters right here in Albuquerque in his parents' garage. 40 years later, CarCrafters has 5 locations and is nationally recognized for collision repair. It's a testament to all the skilled, dedicated employees over the years that have made CarCrafters great, and of course, the wonderful customers and New Mexicans who have supported us for the years. Make CarCrafters your local choice for auto body repairs now with 40 years experience.
CarCrafters, it's like it never happened.
Start your new year with a new space. Make your 2022 home projects happen with the home equity loan or line of credit from Kirtland Federal Credit Union. Learn more at kirtlandfcu.org/home equity. Kirtland Federal Credit Union. You belong.
Stop by Church's for the high-flying flavor combination of our Texas tenders and shrimp meal today. It's butterfly shrimp alongside made-from-scratch Texas tenders, served spicy or original for $6. Church's, welcome to the great state of flavor. Offer valid at participating locations.
Since 1946, Keller's craftsmen have made award-winning cold cuts, sausage, and bacon by hand in our stores. Herbs and spices are blended to flavor the meat to perfection. Slowly smoked over a hickory fire, it's no coincidence that Keller's specialty meats taste so good. Meat and spices, never any additives or fillers, low fat and low sodium.
Get to Keller's for the finest selection of all-natural, additive-free meats. Keller's meats are farm fresh.
Stand by, here we go.
Family, Keller's, Coors of Montano, and Eubank at Candelaria.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays at 1.
Identity, you have none. What's your personnel look like?
95
and you're up.
FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Media Relations Manager Forrest Stolting joining us on the program for your Albuquerque Isotopes of the PCL. What did I just say? Forrest, welcome back.
Thanks, man. Good to be here. Yeah, exciting news today that Major League Baseball dropped. It's really great for, I think, minor league baseball as a whole that all these names are coming back. I mean, the PCL, the Pacific Coast League, has such a significant and meaningful impact to baseball across the West Coast and even the Midwest, because you have some teams like Iowa and OKC who are not on the West Coast, but still it impacts a lot of baseball fans across the country. Have all these names back, and not just the PCL, but all 11 leagues at the minor league level will have their original names back this year. So it's great stuff.
Why are you saying it's a big deal just because it's 115 years old and for no reason at all, dumb Major League Baseball decided to change it? Is that why you're saying it's a big deal?
It's a huge deal. I mean, founded in 1903. The reason why they had to change them last year was because of the new PDL agreement. Like minor league baseball kind of overtook Major League Baseball overtook minor league baseball, so it was a rights issue. And thankfully they were able to solve that issue and rename all these great leagues to what they're most known by. So I think that's going to help draw some fans back to the ballparks this summer, is having those names back and that name recognition, that familiarity with baseball. That's America's pastime.
New Mexico United got their first win at the Lab, but how long does it take to get it from the soccer pitch back to the baseball field? Is it like a one-day thing? Does it take a few days?
I think it takes about 2 to 3 days to revert it back. So I know they started the process on, I think it was Thursday or Wednesday of last week, and completed it by Friday. So, or late Friday night, early Saturday morning. They were painting the fields. The entire infield, as you know, is all grass, and it takes about 2 to 3 days to revert it back. And then the mound is probably the most challenging thing to get it back to a baseball diamond, is to build that mound back to the specific specifications that Major League Baseball has for the minors and major leagues, to make sure the mounds are correct at all levels.
So, Forrest, if you need to squeeze out a couple W's this year, a couple extra W's, I tell you, all you have to do is get a player on 2 men on, and the 2 men on bump will go in.
The 2 men on drip.
We had Harry Swartz of New Mexico United on our show last week.
Scored a goal.
Scored his first goal, and United got their win. So, boom.
And also, I mean, when we were at the Super Bowl, we had Ryan Lavarnway on the program, and he was looking for a new club, and he just joined the Detroit Tigers.
Boom.
So I'm telling you, there's a drip here for us. What do we got to do?
Yeah, it sounds like you have the Midas touch right now, huh?
The mightier than touch, the man.
Let us know what happens to you tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what we need.
I'll definitely keep you all informed. That's for sure.
Hey, so here's a fun minor league baseball adjacent story. So according to a judge, minor league baseball players are real people too, and they are privy to the same benefits that Major League Baseball players had throughout the year, and are owed some damages. Well, not for any player in specific, but what does that mean for players as a whole? For us, what does that mean for minor leaguer that maybe could have been in a tough financial situation due to the lockout and obviously COVID-19?
Wait, hold on, Fred. You still have that article pulled up. Is this judge you're referring to? Is it Aaron?
Yeah, I believe it's Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, he's not impartial.
Oh, that's ironic. But so I think this verdict was declared in California only, I believe. So I'm not sure if it's a federal mandate or a pass yet for all minor leaguers, but essentially it gives them more rights and more ability to be paid, to be properly compensated for their time spent in spring training, because right now minor leaguers do not get paid salary during spring training. And so little court victories like this throughout different states will hopefully put some pressure on the federal court to enact something that will get a more of a mandated and unified process throughout all of minor league baseball, because obviously we know minor league baseball, there's a lot of players that they just scrape by, really. They make below minimum wage if you carry out their money throughout the year. And so they're definitely due some victories and some better stances throughout professional baseball realm, that's for sure.
So do you believe that David Justice has been done here?
Well done.
Look at that. Pulling out a 90s baseball reference. I love it. That's well done, Fred. I'm impressed.
Are you saying you need to maybe go to your Craig counsel to find out?
Wow. Now you're just embarrassing yourself.
Well, I mean, that decision, I think, is up to the Brandon jury.
I think it's Drury, but
I'm really trying.
That's close. You're doing well, though.
I got a Derek Law one. You want me to use that too?
Yeah, go ahead, go.
No, I'm actually out. That's the entire list I could come up of legal related Major League Baseball names.
That's a very good list on the fly. I'll say that.
It's not on the fly. Totally stole it. So you need me and Van to float a couple of your guys on golf? Is that what you're saying? I mean, things tight over there at the ballpark. What's up?
We're good. It's just looking out for the players to make sure that they're compensated well.
home openers coming up. You're very excited. Oh, go ahead.
I'll tell you what, like I will have a barbecue. I will make dinner for not everyone because there's just too many players. I can't cook that much.
No.
But let's say your relief pitchers. As a relief pitcher,
Smart, bring them in
I have
waves.
a special place in my heart for relief pitchers. They're never the most paid. So you round up the guys and say, hey, Van will make you dinner.
All right, I'll pass that along once they come here at the beginning of April. See what they think.
Well, I have
a few takers.
I have a proposal in mind. So you're like, all right, boys. So PFP and then BBQ, and I feel like that is the pitch you give to reach success.
There's not many better acronyms than BBQ in my book. So
the home opener is April the 12th. That's Orbit Fleece Blanket Night as you take on the Rainiers. I've said it once. I'll say it 1,000 times. I hate the Rainiers. I hate everything about them. They're my absolute arch nemesis as far as minor league baseball goes. And I'm gonna get to watch it with a brand new fleece blanket. Thank you, boys.
Oh man,
how are those ticket sales going for the squad this year?
Oh, they're going great. It's been our best preseason ticket sales since the first year of the Isotopes in 2003. So we are just booming over here. So any fans listening that haven't gotten their tickets yet, you definitely want to either stop by the box office here at Isotopes Park or go online to Ticketmaster to get your tickets because the good seats are going quick. So, and we got a fun brand of baseball this year. There's been a few rule changes throughout minor league baseball, but the only really one that's going to affect us is the big bases and a much a little quicker pitch clock. It'd be 14 seconds with no runners on, 19 seconds with a runner on base, as opposed to 15 and 20, I believe it was the past handful of years. But at the AA and below, they are restricting shifts. So you got to have 2 players on either side and 4 players in the infield dirt. But that is not happening at the AAA level this year.
We can't just start them in motion though, like in the NFL. Just start your shortstop to the second base side, like with the pitch. Does it work like that?
I'm not sure. Yes, I did not read the rule book that carefully, but I'm sure as long as the infielder is positioned where he needs to be as the pitcher throws it, he can start doing a little run out to the right side of the infield if he must. And I think by the rule is just set there for the pre-pitch and of release. So probably once the ball is released from the pitcher, my guess is that the infielders will be able to roam freely.
The only rule I know for a fact is you can't start in foul territory. That's the only rule I know for a fact. Outside of that, I know nothing as far as it relates to defensively in baseball.
It's a thick rule book, you know?
Well, it's a pretty thick rule book.
Well, I've been running from ground balls for a long time.
They're
so
terrifying.
if they need any help doing that, then I'm your man.
Was it you and the Orbit mascot at the Hispano Chamber of Commerce Gala this past Saturday night as Orbit broke it down on the stage for over 1 consecutive hour? Was that you, Forrest?
That was just Orbit. I mean, Orbit is Orbit, you know? So, I mean, Orbit just does his imaginary, he does his great things, and he embodies the spirit of Albuquerque. So Orbit, he's powered through the energy and spirit of Albuquerque. So that was all Orbit right there. He did a great job, didn't he?
Well, it made me super jealous.
Thanks for not breaking the fourth wall there and keeping the mystery alive.
It's not a shoot
There's
interview?
not a person in there. It's actually just Orbit.
I thought it was a shoot interview, so I was just going with that.
Okay.
You're going to tell me it wasn't Forrest the break dancer? That's what you're going to tell me?
No, I'm sadly not a break dancer. Maybe in a previous life, but this one, not much of a dancer, really.
You're young. There's time.
I agree.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Well, and the way that like dance moves come and go. I mean, you don't have to worry about what's popular now. You could just learn what's popular.
That's fair. Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta stay ahead of the kids, you know.
TikTok.
All right, we've been trying to schedule disc golf for a while now, Forrest.
Yeah, commit on air.
Scratch that. We're going to a breakdance class.
Let's play this weekend. How about that? I'm gonna try to do that and go to a breakdance class.
Soft yes.
Also, I'm bringing a cardboard box that I might accidentally throw down on the ground, and we see what happens.
Yeah.
For assaulting the PCL is back. Thank you so very much, friend.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. We'll see y'all soon. All right.
Wait, hey, what day is opening day? One more time.
April 12th at Isotopes Park, 6:35. It's the Tacoma Rainiers. It's the Seattle Mariners affiliate. So April 12th, get your blankets, line up early. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll see you at the park.
Well, and I'll say it one more time, boys. The hated Tacoma Rainiers. I don't want there to be any confusion there. Absolutely hated by me.
Second to El Paso.
Second to El Paso,
Sure.
who I hate the most.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Forrest, you're the best.
Thank y'all, guys. Have a great day.
Michael, I know we got to grab a break, so I'm sorry we're running so long. We're just having so much fun today in the John Lopez Real Estate and Coldwell Banker Legacy Studio. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Well, we've got slowdowns this afternoon. Northbound I-25, those are beginning around Gibson and going until Central. Southbound on I-25, Osuna to Montgomery is moving slow, headed west on Paseo this afternoon. We got slowdowns starting around Jefferson, and they go all the way down to the river. Westbound on I-40, slowdowns start around 2nd Street, and they go until Coors.
Why settle for one truck month when you can have 3? It's truck month at Malloy Los Lunas, and nobody does truck month like Malloy Los Lunas. Chevrolet, Ford, Ram truck months all at one location. Shop, compare, and save during Malloy Los Lunas truck month. MalloyLosLunas.com.
This report is brought to you by Malloy Los Lunas.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Jim Rome with the CBS Sports Minute. 60 is the new 50. I'm not saying that in terms of age. I'm saying that in terms of points in an NBA game. Everybody's dropping a nickel now, but 60 is the new 50. I'm not saying that 50 points in a game is not amazing. It is. But 50-point games in the NBA are like no-hitters in baseball. When it's a near-nightly occasion, it loses some of its shine. I'm Jim Rome.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry's starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover. All for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 7730 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 7730. Enjoy.
It's time. Time to finally beat Nancy in accounting.
Well, a bear could beat a Jayhawk, so I picked Baylor.
Brackets are due March 17th at 10 a.m. in the $1 Million Bracket Challenge. A perfect bracket nets you $1 million. 60 games or more will still pay out $10,000. Brought to you locally by Petrie Buick GMC. Only Petrie promises to work harder for you. Don't be embarrassed, bro. She has a strategy.
What's a Boilermaker?
Online at sportsanimalabq.com.
The Albuquerque Hispano Chamber of Commerce is the small business chamber of New Mexico with over 1,000 members representing a diverse business community. Are you a creative thinker into creative economy or tech looking to help grow a woman-owned business? A young entrepreneur looking to expand your business? The Hispano Chamber is for you. Join today and experience all the benefits of membership and make your plans to be at La Noche Encantada, our state's largest black tie event, March 12th. There are only a few seats left. Visit ahcnm.org for more details. The Albuquerque Hispano Chamber of Commerce. Join, connect, thrive.
Let's be honest, nobody likes to pay for parking. So when you head out of town, why would you pay twice as much to park at the Sunport when you can go to airport parking instead? Convenience? What's convenient about lugging your suitcase through the parking garage? The airport parking shuttle driver drops you off at the terminal door and will unload your bags for you. Now that's convenient. Shuttles to and from your vehicle run every 5 minutes. Don't waste money. Take exit 221 off I-25, then turn right at University to airport parking. Easier, quicker, smarter.
25 years in the making. The best bull riders in the world are coming back to Albuquerque. The PBR Ty Murray Invitational, presented by the Downs Racetrack and Casino, returns March 25th through the 27th to the Pit. Tickets are on sale now, starting at just $15 at golobos.com, in person at the Pit box office, or call 505-925-LOBO. The Ty Murray Invitational, the legacy continues.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. When you're hurt in a car wreck, time matters. The amount of time it takes you to call.
And we got a longtime listener, Hawk, on the phone, and he's a huge Aggie fan. He's going to talk Aggie basketball because they play tomorrow.
Experts who are waiting to begin working on your case the moment you call. The faster you call us, the faster we can get you all the money you deserve. In a wreck, need a check? Call Little Rowe Injury Attorneys today at 544-4444. We're available 24/7.
Can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Insurance Research Council, July 2014. Talk sports with us. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The
And you're up.
Animal.
Back on the program. Brendan, the show hotline's open. We haven't gave out the number, so that means if you're calling, you got it memorized. Hawk has it memorized. Hawk, welcome to the program.
Fellas, what's up?
Oh, we're laughing a lot, and we, just like you, are getting ready for that 12-5 matchup of the New Mexico State Aggies taking on the Connecticut Huskies.
Yes, sir. I'm a long-time listener. Got sent home from work about 2 years ago when all this COVID stuff started and haven't really called in much. I don't have great cell service, but when I get out and about, I try to give you guys a call. But, yeah, I just right before earlier, I heard you guys mentioning the Aggies didn't do much local recruiting.
Yeah.
Well, who's Johnny McCants, baby?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, there's an exception to every rule.
There's one.
I mean,
The
come
one.
on now.
The one.
Yeah, they got
the one.
Well, it's not like 1 out of 12, not bad.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, and to be fair, I mean, if you're going to take a guy from Phoenix, you take Teddy Allen. I mean, Teddy Allen,
Sure.
go.
Lights out.
You got it. Hey, so you got a chance to put it on them Huskies?
I think, well, they're in my bracket as putting it on them Huskies.
And you got them putting it on Gonzaga or no?
No. I got them going back to the Sweet 16. I graduated down there back in the double pump off the glass hill to beat the once mighty UNLV running Rebels.
Boom.
So you got them over UConn, and then I'm going to assume you got them over Arkansas. Is that correct?
Yeah, I got them going 2 rounds.
Well, I'll do you one easier because I have Vermont beating Arkansas. So New Mexico State can easily beat Vermont if they can get past UConn.
Well, there you go. But the main reason I was calling is I wanted to start a GoFundMe account for all you Lobo fans for some Kleenex. Because every year y'all don't make it and we do. Sorry, boys.
Well, I mean, we don't even have to have Kleenex. We could have facial tissue, boys. I mean, we could save a lot of money. We don't have to go puffs. Like, we can go.
Well, I mean, I guess
operate.
we could, multitask and just give them paper towels.
That's smart. The Gen 2-ply. I don't have a problem with that. Get it off the shelf.
You could use it for tears. You could use it for other things, and you can use it for other things. But we'll just leave that alone, boys. I love the show. Like to try to call more often, but you guys are a blast. Go Aggies, baby.
I appreciate you, Hawk.
Shoot him up.
If Hawk's been listening as long as he says he is, he knows that I'm Switzerland in this situation, that I get to root for New Mexico and New Mexico State because I lived in both cities. I attended both colleges, and I root for both sports teams. So I can listen to Biggie and Tupac. I can listen to the Beatles and the Stones. I can root for the Lobos and the Aggies.
My biggest problem with Las Cruces,
but also go Lobos.
Yeah, it's only an hour from El Paso.
That's too close for comfort.
Too
for
close.
Fred.
You boys ever been to El Paso?
A lot. I've been there a
I
lot.
used to live there. I loved it down there.
Okay, what do you do? I really like Fort Bliss. Michael.
Las Cruces is a lovely place. And
Music.
Mesilla, New Mexico is magical.
Mesilla do what?
Mesilla, New Mexico.
No clue what you're
I got to
talking
take
about.
you down there sometime.
Are you talking about White Sands?
Well, we're thinking about expanding the show down south, so we're going to have to go down there soon and recruit some new friends of the show.
Got some nice bars
It'll
and
be-
places to eat down there.
Well, it's a college town. It's a lot of fun.
I will syndicate this program to Las Cruces, no problem. It will be a cold day in hell before this show is syndicated in El Paso.
I tell you what we do.
30.
We skip El Paso and go right into Juarez.
I don't hate that at all either. Como te llamas? That's all the Hispanic that I know. I don't really know anything else.
Dos hombres.
20.
Thank
you to New Mexico Opinion on Coffee for being a partner of the program. We're having a lot of fun laughing today. Whenever we get back, let's talk about my brackets, boys, because I know you two wait to the last minute. 2 men on 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Construction on I-40 between 98th and Coors is ongoing. Traffic is being reduced to 2 lanes going both directions. I-40 on-ramp closures at 98th and Hunter will impact drivers. NMDOT District 3 is overseeing the project. Mountain States Constructors is performing the work. Visit nmroads.com.
This report brought to you by Mountain State Constructors.
Taking a look at traffic, things continuing to get more and more congested westbound on Paseo. Slowdowns are going to start right at I-25, and they're going to go all the way down to Bois this afternoon. Southbound on I-25, we've got slowdowns between Osuna and Montgomery. Northbound on 25, we got slowdowns beginning at Gibson. They're going to last until Central. And headed west on I-40 this afternoon, slowdowns between Rio Grande and Coors. For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. In March, give $1 or more at Clark's on Lomas west of San Mateo or Minot at Juan Tabo, and they'll match your donation to the Boys and Girls Club. Thank you, Albuquerque, for 50 great years. Visit clarkspets.com. This report is sponsored by Clark's Pet Emporium. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the state. Locally owned and operated. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Jim Rome with your Rome Report. Well, the Cleveland Browns Brain Trust hopped the jet to meet with Deshaun Watson. Current Browns quarterback Baker Mayfield hopped on Twitter and posted the following, quote, Cleveland, the past 4 years have been nothing short of truly life-changing since I heard my name called in the draft to go to Cleveland. This is not a message with hidden meaning. This is strictly to thank the city of Cleveland for embracing my family and me, end of quote. Well, I will agree with you on that, Baker. That is not a message with a hidden meaning. That meaning is pretty apparent. You don't like what's going down and you don't want to be there. And frankly, I don't blame you. In other words, not only is there not a hidden meaning, the meaning is pretty obvious. He wants out. You drop that note on a day where the team is meeting with another quarterback, then the meaning is not hidden at all. And I do see this guy working.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com.
1 minute.
St. Patrick's Day, it's an enchanted time. Time to start transforming winter's dreams into summer's magic. Doesn't matter if you're Irish every day or just on the 17th of March, if you're going to celebrate the day, be sure to take a ride on us. Together, we can end DWI. 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal, has partnered with Bernalillo County Department of Behavioral Health Services, Sandoval County DWI Prevention, and Rondell Injury Lawyers to help end the DWI.
Got 30 seconds. The people are nicer down there.
Green 2022 in all caps. Then, after your corned beef, cabbage, and green beer, if things get a little too enchanting, request an Uber and we'll pay up to $15 for your ride, or up to 2 rides per person. This offer is good to the first 1,000 people who use the code beginning Thursday, March 17th at noon through Sunday, March 20th at.
Stand by, here we go.
Blessings outnumber the shamrocks that grow, and may trouble avoid you wherever you go. I'm in the Celtic spirit, what can I say? Take a ride on us. Together we can end DWI. And that's no blarney.
KNML AM Albuquerque is the sports animal, proud to be a Cumulus media station, even if they're not that proud of us. Now batting for the sports animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, men on, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Robert Buck D. Gibson.
And you're up.
This is 2 Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
What is this, Michael?
Run
You know what it
Jewels.
is.
This sucks, dude.
This is Call Ticketron by Run the Jewels. It's one of LP's greatest beats.
This song is El Paso adjacent.
You can't just compare everything you don't like to El Paso.
I swear to God I will. All right, so you boys know this. Every single year when I do my bracket, I just copy whatever Barack Obama did, okay?
That's a lot of your life.
Gonna have a lot of change.
Except for you don't like Kendrick Lamar as much as me and Barack do.
Barack don't mess with that.
That's his favorite artist.
What?
Yes.
No.
It is.
No.
Ask him.
That is not.
Hey, Mikey, get Barack online. Let's get him on here. Let's ask him what his favorite artist is.
Sure, no problem. He's resting from COVID, so he's not going to be able to get to us.
Barack Obama.
No, tell him it was me.
Barack Obama's favorite artist is Francis Scott Key.
That is your favorite artist. You can't just superimpose Barack Obama and El Paso to things you like and don't like, Fred. That's not how the world works.
All right. I got my bracket up. I also have Barack Obama's bracket up. I know you and Michael did not do brackets.
I did 2 brackets.
You both are procrastinators. But I'm ready, okay? And for the record, me and Barack have the same Final Four. I'm just going to be real transparent on that. You got any upsets on day 1, round of 64?
I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
What do you got?
Okay, what order are we going in here?
I got one. I'll go first. I got Yale. I got Yale over Purdue. I think Yale can really play. I hate how people kind of look down on like schools that I can't get into due to money and intelligence requirements.
Mm-hmm.
So I got Yale over Purdue. That's a 14-3. That's about as big of an upset as you're going to see this year.
Yeah, I have a 10-7.
Who's that?
I got Loyola over Ohio State.
Ugh, that's a bad pick.
I cannot pick against Sister Jean. She's not going to be with us much longer. So I don't think Loyola can lose in the first round.
I'll bite. Who's Sister Jean?
Sister Jean is a 102-year-old. She's like the saint of Loyola. She's like the biggest basketball fan. She's been there for years. She's been there throughout the whole rise of the program. And I think Loyola is better than a 10 seed.
Sister Jean?
Sister Jean.
So,
she's like the biggest basketball fan. Like her and Ashley Judd got into a fight, like a fist fight, over who was the biggest basketball fan.
Are you writing fan fiction?
Sister Jean won.
You're writing fan fiction on the show right now, is what you're doing.
Look, Ashley Judd can't take a punch. It's not her fault.
There's a handful of people
She got a glass jaw.
Jean Dolores Schmidt is 102 years old, and she's from San Francisco. Aw. So why did she jump ship and go to Loyola University of Chicago?
The Lord told her to, I think.
Sister Jean, the Ramblers need you. How long, Jesus? 100 years. Like, that's not a fair deal. That's not a fair deal at all.
Look, some people love Chicago.
No. People that are fortunate to move from El Paso to Chicago love Chicago. No one else. Also, have you ever been to Loyola University in Chicago?
No.
It's not the worst part of town. It's actually pretty nice.
I'm sure it's lovely.
It's super old.
People keep showing up to it. Older than Sister Jean?
Is that also a Beatles song? I feel like I'm hearing a rhythm in my head.
Older than Sister Jean? No? It's 100% not, but it could be.
Billie Jean is different.
Not your lover.
You know what I'm thinking of? Eleanor Rigby.
Ah, that's a good one.
Not sure if that's even similar at all, but that's the Gene. That's the Gene. That's the beat in my head right now.
Sister Jean of Loyola watches basketball in a scarf every March.
Ramblers.
It's not a dream. That's pretty close.
How did you know who this person was?
I know everything about everything that ever needed to be known. Let's go to Geeks Who Drink.
There's also Loyola Universities of Chicago in Rome, Beijing, and Ho Chi Minh.
I love Ho Chi Minh City. It's one of my favorite cities I've ever been to.
I've never heard of it.
Saigon?
Oh, Old New York was once New Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got it. So you're not going with my Yale pick?
I don't dislike it.
I do have the upstate. I have the upset with State. I think New Mexico State's going to go over UConn. I got that as a big upset.
I got right below that in the bracket. I got Vermont over Arkansas.
I got Davidson over Michigan State. You got that too?
That's a smart one. No, I got Michigan State winning that one, but that's a good pick.
Because I have a problem with Michigan. Have I talked to you about this? All schools in Michigan to me are El Paso.
Okay.
So Michigan is so terrible and crappy.
Davidson is Barack Obama.
And Davidson is Barack Obama. 100% true.
Interesting.
Is Davidson the same as Richmond? They're the same, right?
Is Davidson, are two different places the same place, Fred? Is that what you're asking me?
As they relate to the tournament.
No, they're two different places.
If we were driving to the tournament, I was like, I can't wait to see Davidson. And you were driving and you're like, but we have Davidson at home. And I get home and it's actually Richmond.
It's Richmond at home.
Would I notice a difference?
I think that's exactly what it is.
They super hate each other.
I'm sure they're just the loveliest people.
I mean, I'm not saying they're not lovely people. I'm just saying I don't like Michigan State for obvious reasons. I have no upsets otherwise. I'm going straight chalk. What do you boys think?
South Dakota State over Providence.
Yeah, I got the Jackrabbits winning that too.
Yep.
New Mexico State, I got in the upset.
Is this for UNM Deputy Athletic Director Dave Williams? Because he formerly was there, and it's nice to celebrate people you know and love.
I really want to pick Richmond, but Iowa's just too good a defense. Richmond's too small for Iowa. Richmond's got to hit like all the threes to beat Iowa.
If you had to take a 15 over a 2, who would you take, and why is it Cal State Fullerton over Duke?
Not even Jacksonville.
You do think that, don't you? I kind of know you do.
Yeah.
It's not because you like Jacksonville, but you don't like Auburn.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. I think Auburn's soft.
I agree.
Auburn is the Kevin Durant of colleges.
Yeah. But they talk like they're Charles Barkley.
No, we gotta change our new Kevin Durant.
El Paso.
It's the Baker Mayfield.
Hey.
We gotta hit that this show too.
That dude is like hot butter. That dude,
he's so soft.
It's incredible.
Can you imagine
just cuddling up on him and sleeping all night long real comfortably?
So comfy. It's like a giant pile of down pillows.
Ugh.
In human form.
Hey, I super lied. I didn't realize it. I have Marquette over North Carolina.
You have a what?
Yeah, it's 9 over 8. I guess it's an upset.
Well, I think that's a 50-50.
I'm just saying. I got all the way Gonzaga. Who do you got?
Kansas.
Playing like beating Gonzaga for the ship?
No, I got Arizona.
Are you joking?
Arizona beating Gonzaga.
Does AJ Bramlett know you're here?
I'm sorry. That's the other side of the bracket.
That didn't even make sense.
My bad. I have Baylor beating Gonzaga.
No, you don't.
Kansas beating Arizona.
What you're saying doesn't make sense. Because Baylor is not going to get past UCLA.
UCLA?
I got UCLA coming all the way up from the 4 to beat St. Mary's and Baylor to dance with Kentucky before eventually losing to Kentucky, who eventually loses to Gonzaga because they go on to be the national champions.
Well, I got St. Mary's beating UCLA, so
why?
Our brackets are wildly different.
I almost took Indiana over St. Mary's. They're such a slouch program.
I'm really into like religious schools in March Madness because of all of the prayer.
Oh yeah, and Eleanor Rigby.
Yep, Sister Jean of Loyola. Prayers up for Sister Jean to make it through one more tournament.
I've never really messed with parochial schools. I don't know a ton about them. I get it. And I'll have a real honest moment right now with Chicago Loyola. I don't know what Jesuit means. What is that? I know that's what it is. No clue. But from the Jez? What's the Jez?
You don't know what Jesuit means?
It's just a different branch of the Catholic Church, Jesuit.
Yeah. Just Catholic. Just Jesuit means it's a Catholic school.
Yeah, maybe.
Which they're one of the richer branches of the Catholic Church.
Yeah, so. I'm familiar how tax exemption works. Thank you, Michael.
Jesuit's kind of like a throwback, what I understand. Like they try to be old school OG Catholic. They don't like none of those new school rules. And when I say new school, I mean like the 17th century. New school rules.
Do they have gutters on their house or no? Are those too flashy?
I don't even know if gutters were invented by then.
Fred was talking about before Loyola Chicago, an older school. It is, but it's beyond a nice, beautiful part of campus in the North Chicago.
It is. It's super nice.
It is really.
Well,
it's right by the
it's
lake.
on the north side?
And I was about to say that too.
I heard that's nicer.
Because everyone from that region, myself included, Michael included, knows that like northern Chicago is not Chicago. Like anyone on the north side,
true.
It's like Addison up, and really before Addison. Nah,
I could say Ravenswood,
Giggity.
North.
Yeah. Bird boner, nice.
Come on now, what are you doing, Michael?
It's the name of the place.
Okay, sure it is.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna get your
the
weird
Ravenswood B. Howard train.
It's not the place for your weird aviary fantasies. Okay.
Yeah, not while we're here having a conversation about the Society of Jesus.
Gosh.
And I feel like the Jesuits like super hate all the other parochial schools. But all right, do you ever see Avengers Endgame? So like the Jesuits are like Wanda Maximoff, and she's like, "You took everything from me." And then the Catholic schools are Thanos, and they're like, "We don't even know who you are."
Yeah.
Yeah, like sorry for you. You're gonna have to remind me.
Xavier is another Jesuit school.
I believe that's a religious name.
Xavier?
Or an X-Men name, I'm not sure which.
It's both. It's a lot of things.
It's a Catholic school. So is Creighton, I believe, too.
That is correct. Now, and I don't want to blow your guys' minds here, but so is SMU. Do you want to keep going on this?
How about TCU?
SMU is a what?
It's for the religion.
Okay. I thought you meant SMU is a Catholic school.
No.
The M stands for Methodist, Fred.
Which is
that's what the M is.
I think that's a type of Jesuit.
Nope.
I just recently learned what Jesuit was. I'm still working out the kinks.
Well, you need to practice on your own before you come on the radio.
On what? My religious parochial school acronym?
Using the word Jesuit.
I believe I'm pronouncing it with the hard T.
With context.
They're not going to win anything. Barack Obama has them over Ohio State, so I'm back on board. I think they're unbeatable.
Xavier is also DMX's name. That's the X, Dark Man Xavier. So not only is he a saint, he's also a dog, canine influenced rapper.
Ladies Love Cool Xavier was my favorite rapper coming up.
Okay. That's a reach, but I see where you're going. I like it.
That Homer Barack Obama took Illinois all the way to the Sweet 16. Idiot. There's no way.
He's going to be disappointed. They always disappoint.
Oh.
Didn't they just win it like 4 years ago?
No.
Oh, they're always supposed to win the Illini, but they never do.
They should,
right, Manfred?
Well, okay. First of all, you used my Jesuit given name, and I don't like that. And
that's why I did it.
They'll beat Chattanooga because find a better word to say. I'll wait. And then UAB, which to me just sounds like a plumbing company, they're going to beat Houston according to Barack Obama, which I don't think so.
So I was considering that as one of my upsets.
Let me look up what UAB is.
University of Alabama, Birmingham, the Dragons. Oh, you're not familiar with the Dragons?
The Blazers.
They're not the Dragons?
The University of Alabama at Birmingham is the Blazers. They got a cool dragon logo.
Okay, yeah, okay. The logo's a dragon. At least I got that part right.
Yeah, I guess they got some. I mean, whatever. They got some whatever. If I'm a city and I have a college named after me, just call me that. Like, I don't want to be the University of Alabama, Birmingham. I want to be like Birmingham College. I want to be Birmingham University. I want to be like something tough.
Well, there probably is also a Birmingham. It might be like a community college or a D2 or something.
Ray Birmingham, the Cowboy rides again.
But Birmingham is a offshoot of the University of Alabama.
I believe it's a city first. I'm not going to try to cite that. If the University of Alabama came to me and was like, hey, we want to put a college in you, I would have said, nope, psych, already started our own. Actually, it's called Birmingham U. Figure it out. I don't need your help.
And I'm pretty sure it's Birmingham.
There's a song. Michael, what's that song about Birmingham's?
There's University of Birmingham, University College Birmingham, University of Alabama Birmingham, Birmingham Southern.
Well, why don't they go Voltron and form an actual, like, Birmingworth a dam?
It's already happened. It's called the University of Alabama. And they can't compete with that.
It's not even in. And also there's Auburn in front of that too, which we just remarked is a terrible school. It's going to lose to Jackson State. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm giving you. Jacksonville is a city. They named a college after it. That's a pro move. Figure it out. I got Gonzaga winning the whole thing. Also, I believe they have a religious affiliation. So
the Zags do too?
Yeah.
Why'd they name them the Zags?
Michael, do you know the answer to that?
Gonzaga is a Catholic school.
Well, yes, I know. I just said that. But what I'm saying is, like, you know what Gonzaga has to do with Catholicism?
Zags.
Okay, that's not an answer.
I have no idea.
All right, I got it here. It's Latin.
The word Gonzaga?
Yeah. That means something to do with grassland or something. No clue.
It means Gonzaga is an old Latin word, and it means I'm about to start running in alternate angles back and forth. I'm Gonzaga.
So, and I don't know if you boys know this. It used to be a whites only school, and that's kind of made me hate them forever. I know they kind of came around on that and like changed all that, but
like you couldn't wear any other color besides white. Is that why?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's what it was. It was white out every day. Something to do with snow.
That shows a lot of school spirit.
Speaking of school spirit, you were out of school today.
We're
going to talk about that when we get back, as Van is now part of an anti-bullying campaign, or he was the target of an anti-bullying campaign. We'll find out after this. 2 Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Into rush hour now, looking at traffic. Westbound on Paseo, got some slowdowns between Jefferson and Rio Grande. Also slowdowns this afternoon, I-25 southbound between Osuna and Montgomery, as well as northbound 25 Gibson to about Lomas, and westbound on I-40 2nd Street to Coors is moving slow.
Plan for the expected. Insure against the unexpected. Get a quality life plan. Call 858-GATEWAY. That's 858-GATEWAY.
This report brought to you by Gateway Insurance.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The opening drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
I don't like the expanded playoffs, and I hate the universal DH. I think it is part of the strategy. I've always been a National League guy. Why can't a pitcher hit a baseball? They're pitchers. Yeah, I know that guy's a catcher, that guy's a shortstop. Why can't a pitcher hit a baseball? He once was the best player on his team, and now all of a sudden, well, they pitch, so they can't spend time hitting. Stop it.
Local talk. Weekday mornings from 7 till 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This hour of Two Men On brought to you by Bernalillo County DWI Prevention. Go to burncode.gov for more information.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. If the insurance companies treated you fair after you've been in an accident, we wouldn't be in business. They have teams of adjusters, investigators, and attorneys that are all working against you and want to pay you as little as possible for your injuries. When we call, the insurance companies listen. We'll fight hard to get you all the money you deserve and to keep you out of the courtroom. Don't settle for less. Call Lerner & Rowe Injury Attorneys today at 544-4444. The call and the advice are free.
Can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Insurance Research Council, July 2014.
March is known for basketball, but this month, Jersey Mike's and those of you who love their subs will raise money nationwide for Special Olympics. You can donate through the app or on your next visit to the Jersey Mike's near you. And on March 30th, all sales will be donated to Special Olympics. All month, Jersey Mike's will announce special offers on Twitter. Don't forget every Jersey Mike's sub is made with freshly sliced meats and cheeses. Nothing pre-made, everything from scratch. Order on the app and earn points for free subs. The month of giving shows why Jersey Mike's is a sub above.
It was an amazing game. On a perfect Friday night, Dominic was unstoppable that night. I've never been more proud being a mama. We never saw it coming. A drunk driver hit our car. My baby. He's gone forever.
Drinking? Don't drive. Be safe, not sorry. This message brought to you by NMDOT.
The Albuquerque Hispano Chamber of Commerce is the small
30
of New Mexico with over 1,000 members representing a diverse business community. Are you a creative thinker into creative economy or tech looking to help grow a woman-owned business? A young entrepreneur looking to expand your business? The Hispano Chamber is for you. Join today and experience all the benefits of membership and make your plans to be at La Noche Encantada, our state's largest black tie event, March 12th. There are only a few seats left. Visit ahcnm.org for more details. The Albuquerque Hispano Chamber of Commerce. Join, connect.
There you go.
The Duke City's home for sports. 95.9 FM and AM 610.
And you're up.
Animal.
Big thank you to the YMCA Central New Mexico for being a partner of the program. The signups are through the roof over there. If you're like, hey, I'm gonna eventually like sign up for the Y and get the all-inclusive deal where I put my family in and then my kids get free sports and all these cool like different programs. Well, do it like right now.
Do it now.
If you don't,
they're going too fast.
Yeah, your conversation is going to end up being, I can't believe I missed out on that. Also, like we hang out there. Like, come hang out with us.
Nearly every morning.
You went to a program today with Matt Avila. I do that every time. Matt Avila. And Diego Sanchez. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it was a anti-bullying pep rally for the George I. Sanchez Collaborative Community School. And this place is really cool. It's like a super new school out in the far in the Southwest. It's right next to Atrisco Heritage. So it's the furthest Southwest I've ever been in Albuquerque.
I believe it's a new charter school is my understanding.
The views are phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it's K through either 8 or 9.
Okay.
I didn't get any definitive evidence there. But yeah, Atrisco Heritage is right next door. But Matt Avila and UFC fighter Diego Sanchez and probably half of the Gladiators lineup showed up to support these kids and talk about how important it is to, care about your fellow student and empathize with your fellow student and to quit bullying in school, as well as honoring academics and athletics for that school. It was a lot of fun.
How many kids are out there?
Oh, I don't know, 1,000.
That many for real?
Yeah.
Christ, that's so many kids.
A lot of kids.
How is bullying? Is bullying heavy right now for real?
Is bullying heavy?
Yeah,
You're going there? Is that what you meant?
Yeah. Is it like a lot? Is there a lot? Is there a lot of that right now or no?
I think it always exists. It just needs to get better.
Yeah, I can't argue that.
Breaking news. Bum, 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 bum.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Denver. Von Miller is going to the Bills.
I thought he was going to the Cowboys.
I thought Cowboys signed him. No, he backed out.
It looks like another player has backed out of a contract.
Second one. Gregory did it the day before.
I wouldn't want to play for Jerry Jones either.
Well, and so the thing I read said he was going to the Cowboys. That's what I read. And then, yeah, look at this. Going to Buffalo. There is 0% chance I'm giving $120 million to a linebacker.
Well, he's a defensive end linebacker hybrid, though, Fred. So
That doesn't
extra special.
That doesn't mean anything to me. Freddie had 2 sacks against the Bengals in the Super Bowl. Well, yeah, all right. Actually, to be fair,
To be fair,
that's a very big deal. Yeah,
it's a very big deal. Him and Aaron Donald both had 2 sacks.
He stopped,
and their defense won that game.
No. Odell Beckham Jr. won that game.
Odell Beckham Jr. won that game.
Yes. Everyone knows that. Odell Beckham Jr. left it all on the field. He's the real Super Bowl MVP.
So am I the MVP of my childhood football because I left my knee on the field too?
I like how you're not like, Andrew Whitworth is the real game changer. No. Cool. He got to play left tackle. What does that mean to me? Oh my gosh, he played right tackle. He didn't play left tackle?
Aaron Donald and Von Miller should have been co-MVPs because keeping the Bengals to 20, that was the difference in the game.
Who was the MVP? Matt Stafford, I'm guessing.
Of course it was Matt Stafford.
Oh, you know why? Because he's the quarterback and it matters. We do quarterback carousel. We don't do linebacker carousel.
I would be very interested in that, actually.
Oh, okay.
Someday when you're not on the program.
I would kill linebacker carousel. I would bury it. I can't believe that.
Like Aaron Donald and Von Miller buried Joe Burrow in the Super Bowl?
Khalil Mack's a Charger now.
Who?
Khalil Mack.
You didn't see the return of the Khalil Mack?
Here's all I'm saying.
You know why you didn't? They lied to you.
If you're like Fred, light up sports talk radio airwaves with Randall Gregory conversation. No.
It is pretty hilarious that he dissed the Cowboys so hard.
That is funny.
What did he do?
Everybody's doing that. They're signing contracts with one team, and then like at the 11 and a half hour, they're like, you know what? I'm going to do this same exact contract somewhere else.
Yeah. Do you remember when we negotiated this deal? Yeah, Van. I know how business works.
We didn't take it elsewhere.
Oh, you didn't.
We kept it here.
I represent us as the thing. I represent myself as a brand, and I represent the show as a brand. I don't represent Mike Vitale. He's his own man.
Good.
Because I can't prove his citizenship pre-1992 because of the Witness Protection Program, and therefore I refuse to be an accessory to whatever crimes he may have previously committed.
I grew up on the border in El Paso.
That's.
Is that where you fell in love with a Mexican girl?
I did. I lived down there. I love it down there.
Okay, man. I do know this one. It's called Senorita. You could have said that.
What?
Instead
of Mexican girl?
Yes.
Well, it's from the song El Paso.
All right. Did not know that.
It's okay. It's a deep cut. I know 3 or 4 people listening right now got that reference.
El Pasians. But you know, if an El Pasian calls this show, you know I'm going to do El Paso on that call.
You know the song El Paso by Marty Robbins, right?
Why are you talking to me like I know the song El Paso by Marty Robbins? There's a lot of things I don't know. And I specifically don't know this hyper niche Armpit of America anthem.
Down in a West Texas town of El Paso, I fell in love with a Mexican girl. You don't recognize that at all? No bells ringing?
Are you messing with me?
It sounds just like that.
That's a real song?
It's a real song.
That's the actual song. He did a pretty good job.
Shut up.
The mayor gave him the key to the city. In the El Paso airport, there's a statue of Marty Robbins holding the key to the city of El Paso.
Today's I-9 varsity is the I-9 varsity of songs about cities. Okay.
Okay.
So today's I-9 varsity at the end of the program is songs about cities.
And we can't do New York or LA because all of the songs are about New York or LA.
Unless you left your heart in San Fran.
All right, I agree. So New York and LA are out. That's a good call. So they're out. Okay. And we have the plethora of every song.
Like, is my number one answer.
Do Not Say El Paso by Marty Watts.
Marty Watts. Very nice. It's obviously.
What?
You know what's coming.
I'll
save it. I'll save it. I'll save it. I'll save it for the varsity.
We're 3.5 years in this program.
Well, I can't. Okay, after every Dodgers win, what song comes on? And I love Dodger Stadium. I love the views of the city from Dodger Stadium. I love LA. We love it. That's all.
And Michael will ruin it and be like, "Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today."
No.
I hate the Cubs.
Nope.
Oh, hey, congrats to Vital. You got former league MVP Andrew McCutcheon on the Brew Crew now.
Yeah. He's in his twilight of his career, but
He's still
he's
above
got
average player.
experience. Yeah, a good locker room guy.
Well, I don't think he's a locker room guy. I think he's a gifted natural athlete. I mean, know the difference.
I mean leadership.
Also, don't the Brewers low key have a streak of the playoffs that is like kind of surprising? Is it 3 or 4 years in a row?
Four in a row.
That's nuts because they're not a good baseball team.
I thought you meant like losing in the playoffs. I think that's their whole franchise.
They do that every year.
Yeah.
That they make it.
Right.
But the last several years, and by the way, they're going to make it every year for the next 20 years because everyone makes the playoffs now.
Don't have to remind me.
They should win the Central again.
Shut up.
It's a race to the bottom in that division. The Brewers are the best team in that division.
When we get back, a fist fight to the death on this program because the Brewers are garbage like El Paso. Somebody just tuning in is like, what? This sentence doesn't make any sense.
The Brewers used to have a AA team down in El Paso.
Is that true?
Yeah.
What is El Paso doing with professional baseball?
They got the El Paso Chihuahuas.
They got the Chihuahuas.
They got a big rival with the Ice Soaps.
Okay, what they have is a joke. What they have, they're basically a dustpan because they get swept everywhere.
Fred hates El Paso so much he didn't even know that there was a baseball team there.
I did know that.
And it's Albuquerque's biggest rival.
All right. Okay. We just had this talk about Thanos and Wanda Maximoff.
Okay.
This is the same thing. The Isotopes are El Paso's biggest rival. The Isotopes don't even know who El Paso is.
It's fair. Also,
yeah.
To be fair, El Paso Stadium's friggin' beautiful. It's very nice.
There's like a train.
It is very nice.
It is.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
All right, I'll go.
It's a super close third or fourth to obviously the gold standard of the Lab.
Yeah.
Right down the street here in Albuquerque.
You know how like Rio Ranchian hates Albuquerquean and Albuquerquean like doesn't even recognize that Rio Ranchian exists?
Yeah, that's what you're describing, and that's very accurate.
That's exactly what this rival is.
Also, Rio Rancho, we love you. Don't let us use this
Me
as an
personally?
example.
I mean, I'll never go to that Dion's over there, but yeah, 100%.
Oh, show me on the doll where the Dion's in Rio Rancho hurt you.
Low-key, I'm kind of lying. I do like Dion's. I would go if I was in the neighborhood.
You can go to Dion's anywhere. It's the same place.
There's a Dion's down the block from me. It's also Sam's Club pizza. I eat that a lot too.
Dion's, this is an unpaid advertisement for the most delicious pizza in town. Dion's, you should totally eat it all the time. Also, any representatives of Dion's corporate or Dion's marketing, 505-246-0610. Hit up the boys.
Feeling ranchy. 2 Men On 95.9 FM, AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Start your new year with a new space. Make your 2022 home projects happen with the home equity loan or line of credit from Kirtland Federal Credit Union. Learn more at kirtlandfcu.org/homeequity. Kirtland Federal Credit Union. You belong.
This report is brought to you by Kirtland Federal Credit Union.
Well, traffic this afternoon, seeing quite a bit of slowdowns westbound on I-40 from University till about Coors this afternoon. Also, I-25 southbound Osuna to Montgomery is moving slow, as is northbound I-25 from Gibson to Lomas, and westbound on Paseo Jefferson to Rio Grande, seeing quite a bit of congestion there.
Why settle for one truck month when you can have 3? It's truck month at Malloy Los Lunas, and nobody does truck month like Malloy Los Lunas. Chevrolet, Ford, Ram truck months all at one location. Shop, compare, and save during Malloy Los Lunas truck month. MalloyLosLunas.com.
This report is brought to you by Malloy Los Lunas.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the state, locally owned and operated. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Hold your nose and pick your poison with the Knicks or the Lakers. I'm Erin Hawksworth here to help you beat the books with BetQL. The BetQL model likes them both tonight. So the Knicks are 11.5 favorites versus the Blazers, and the Lakers are 9-point underdogs against the Timberwolves. They're both 5-star best bets. I'm Erin Hawksworth. Bet smarter, beat the books. Download the BetQL app today.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations so you get the product you're looking for. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Time for another NCAA tournament schedule preview sponsored by Geico. Action continues tonight from Dayton with another first four doubleheader that features Rutgers and Notre Dame deciding who gets the 11 seed in the West region. The winner will face Alabama, a 6 seed, on Friday in San Diego. Tomorrow, wall-to-wall action gets started with 16 games from 4 different sites around the country. Follow all the games and scores with Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the NCAA tournament right here.
Thousands of people contact InventHelp monthly about their invention or new product. Do you think companies would be interested in your idea? Do you want to try to get a patent? Call InventHelp now. Best of all, the call and information are free. InventHelp keeps your idea confidential, explaining every step of the invention process. Join people just like you who made the call to InventHelp.
Call 1-800-217-4380. That's 1-800-217-4380. Again, 1-800-217-4380.
The Albuquerque Hispano Chamber of Commerce is the small business chamber of New Mexico with over 1,000 members representing a diverse business community. Are you a creative thinker into creative economy or tech looking to help grow a woman-owned business? A young entrepreneur looking to expand your business? The Hispano Chamber is for you. Join today and experience all the benefits of membership and make your plans to be at La Noche Encantada, our state's largest black tie event, March 12th. There are only a few seats left. Visit ahcnm.org for more details. The Albuquerque Hispano Chamber of Commerce. Join, connect, thrive.
Stop by Church's for the high-flying flavor combination of our Texas tenders and shrimp meal today. It's butterfly shrimp alongside made-from-scratch Texas tenders, served spicy or original for $6. Church's, welcome to the great state of flavor. Offer valid at participating locations.
Hey, it's Scott Stigler for Indigo Mortgage. Interest rates are creeping up, but that online lender that rhymes with pocket says you can get a super low rate with them. Ben Lucero at Indigo Mortgage says don't be fooled. Any mortgage lender can get you a low rate. It just depends how much you're willing to pay to buy down that rate or if you're willing to take an adjustable rate mortgage. Usually lenders offering a crazy low rate are being dishonest because if borrowers look at the fine print, they'll see that rate ends up costing thousands of dollars. These are the gimmicks unscrupulous lenders use to get you to call. Before you know it, you're in a bad deal. Trust a local lender like Indigo Mortgage instead. Call 836-5700 or go to indigomortgage.net. If you think you're getting a low rate from an internet lender, get an offer from Indigo Mortgage and compare. That'll be an eye-opener. 836-5700 or indigomortgage.net. Nobody cares more about your mortgage loan than Indigo Mortgage. NMLS 188348.
Is that spring you're feeling in the air? It certainly is. Time to get out, be active, and get moving. Guys, how you feeling? It's Jeff Symbieta. And gentlemen, are you ready for spring? If not, if you're tired too often, feeling sluggish, put on a few too many pounds, or even you're dealing with erectile dysfunction, give New Male a call. New Male helps men all over the country deal with these very natural things. The number is 505-652-1688, or you can go online at New Male. That's NUMALE.com. Why are so many men visiting New Male? Because it works. New Male utilizes its industry-leading testosterone replacement to help men deal with these very natural symptoms.
So I got Joseph first, and then following him is Mailman.
Did by these things.
Both are with baseball.
Call New Male at 505-652-1688 and take care of it. New Male's right here in Albuquerque. They're convenient. And it works. That's the beauty. The results are real. Call New Male at 505-652-1688. That's 505-652-1688 or visit newmail.com and feel better.
Insurance is not a commodity you can buy off the shelf. Get personal.
It's going to be a short segment, 5 minutes, just to catch back up.
58 Gateway. That's 858 Gateway.
You should plan for the expected and enjoy.
Well, that's true, but I got to play these commercials. Otherwise, we'll go into 7 o'clock.
858 Gateway.
The Opening Drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Bach. Weekday mornings from 7 till 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 6. The Sports Animal.
Welcome back on the program. 505-246-0610. Connect with your boys. You asked me if I saw the text, right? I didn't see the text, or what's up with it?
I'll get to it in the next commercial break.
All right. Phone lines are going crazy, though. Friend of the show, Joseph, is with us. Joseph, how are you?
Thanks for taking my call. I'm a big Dodgers fan, and I wanted to talk about Freddie Freeman. I'm hoping that he goes to the Dodgers. And I was looking at a picture of teams that was interested, and I just can't see how if he wants to win a World Series, I think the best shot is with the Dodgers if he commits with them.
I don't think that's wrong. I also think if he wants to get paid, he joins the Dodgers.
And beyond that, like, of course, every team in baseball wants Freddie Freeman. There's only so many teams that have a space for him. There's only so many teams that can afford him. But it would be perfect in Los Angeles because of two things. Number one, you get friggin' Freddie Freeman. Number two, you free up Max Muncy to go back into his super utility role.
Mailman,
we made way. Welcome to the program.
What's happening, fellas? Ben, hold on for a second.
I got you.
Let's send our prayers up for Big Diesel, aka Scott Hall. Let's also send our prayers up for Big E. That was gnarly the way he got dropped on his head, dude, on the concrete. That was kind of ugly.
Yeah, took a tough one, but no, you're absolutely right on Scott Hall. That was a bummer for me because that was like one of the big childhood ones for me. The NWO and the Outsiders, and for a long time, if you'd asked me who my favorite pro wrestler was, I would have told you Kevin Nash, and it was only because Scott Hall was with him. So hard work pays off, dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do. That's the Scott Hall. That's the Scott Hall that'll be remembered.
Yeah, and I take it you were watching. Did you see how fast they cut away when Big E hit the concrete floor on his head?
And that's an if we break it down this way, that's an interesting one. So you didn't see it, obviously, Van, but Big E takes a belly-to-belly suplex.
For wrestling commentary, if you'd like, from
belly to back.
Peanut
belly
Gallery
to back.
here.
Let's get it right. It was belly to back.
I just figured out that Scott Hall and Razor Ramon are the same person right now in this moment.
Yeah, they're the same person.
So thanks for teaching me something.
Yeah. He takes the belly to back and he comes down kind of neck, shoulder on the concrete, and it's real bogus. And if this type of injury happens in football or happens in basketball or baseball, you stop play, you stop going, and you get the person who needs medical assistance. Well, in pro wrestling,
they used to do that, and that was so crazy for me. All of a sudden, they cut away, and then they start talking. They go into a video montage, and then you don't see anything, and then you have to go to the Twitter feed to see them go in there and get them. Do you remember when they dropped Stone Cold on his head?
Yeah, with Owen Hart.
With that pile driver?
Yeah.
He told the referee, he said, I can't move. They stopped the match right then and there.
Well, no, he actually rolled Owen Hart up to end it at the very end. And that obviously was a different day and age, but yeah, you're right, man. At the end of this one, because they're in the ending sequence, Van, and whatever Big E gets hurt, Kofi Kingston continues, but he gets pinned seconds later. They just go into a pinning routine and it's over. But yeah, it's live TV, man. They cut away. They run vignettes, and then Stretcher comes out into the whole thing, and before you know it, he's tweeting from a hospital bed. It's
right. The live audience got to see it, but we didn't.
Well, I didn't.
So that's the problem I had with it. Is horrible because before they have stopped the matches, and whatnot, and I still don't believe that they packed the show that tight that they can't stop it, maybe speed up a match later on in the show. But anyway, I figured it out. I talked to Vital. It's who you know. See, that's the only way Andrew McCutcheon wound up back out west, out east, northeast, up in, I guess you could call the Brewerville northeast.
I think
But
the Middle East.
I mean, how did I asked Vital, like, how the hell did y'all pull that off? I mean, they never spend money up there. That's why everybody's Yelich is gone, right?
If they're
Didn't
gonna,
Yelich used to be up there?
if they're gonna sign
Yelich is still there.
yeah, Yelich is there. He came over from Miami. If they're gonna sign a guy to play in Milwaukee, you want to sign a guy that's proven to hit NL Central pitching. And Andrew McCutcheon, for a lot of years, put up numbers and produced against the NL Central, but for a team that was garbage. He's only played on garbage teams. He has one playoff appearance in his whole career, and it was that one gamer deal or whatever. Like
they didn't shell out a lot of money.
Yeah, he was in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, wasn't he with the Pirates? How did he, and that's the big thing, that teams don't spend money now, but how in the world he wound up there, I don't know. I told Vital, I said, wait till Mookie Betts gets hurt one more time. He'll be out there in the outfield scrambling around with McCutcheon too.
So he was in Philly as well. Where else? Was he with the Giants? He was with the Giants for like minutes.
Well, he was a rental with the Giants. Got a contract with the Phillies. It expired. But it's only 1 year and $8.5 million. That's not a big investment for a proven commodity.
Super safe.
It's still worth it. I mean, it's worth it. I would do it.
Well, me too. You don't say. Good work if you can get it. Platooning in the outfield.
Of course.
The only problem is you got to live in Milwaukee.
Well, hey, lots of brats and lots of Miller Lite. Or you can go get some MGDs.
You're living that high life, son. That's what we do.
Yeah, of course. Plenty of brats and cheese. You can get fat.
Yeah, Vital, what's that Milwaukee beer that you always drink? That's not the Beast. That's
Milwaukee's
what you drink.
Best.
Yeah,
Milwaukee's Best or Mickey's Malt Liquor. That's made by Miller.
Yeah, that's a big one. They have another weird one too. Schlitz. Is Schlitz up there?
Schlitz is up there.
Yeah.
Blatz, Old Milwaukee.
They do have good beer.
To be fair,
to be fair,
to
beer fair.
If you drink enough, it will still get you drunk.
Right.
Write that down.
The fact of all facts,
Yeah,
right there.
Hey, we're going
later, guys.
Yep. I like that, man.
Hey, Fred, if you stand in the rain, did you know you'll get wet?
If you stand long enough.
Yeah.
You can do a lot of things to protect yourself from the rain. It's really hard to protect yourself from that Schlitz.
What I want to protect myself is from Missy Elliott when it starts raining.
Good reference.
Yeah, she just can't stand it.
Can we come back to that, Michael? 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
Staples has the innovative tech and tools you need to take on the future of work, all at great prices. Now save up to $230 on select PCs. In-store only offer ends 3/19, limit 2. Explore what's new for your business at Staples, the working and learning store. This report is sponsored by Staples Stores.
Well, traffic this afternoon, a number of slowdowns throughout the metro. Westbound on I-40, slowdowns all the way back at Carlisle now, and they're going to last until Coors. Northbound on I-25, Gibson to Lomas moving slow. We've also got slowdowns southbound I-25, Osuna to Montgomery. And Paseo headed west this afternoon. Slowdowns starting around Jefferson, and they're going to last until Rio Grande.
This report is brought to you by The Sports Animal, streaming the NCAA tournament at sportsanimalabq.com. For all the NCAA tournament game action from the first four to the Final Four and championship games, Westwood One's radio coverage of the NCAA tournament is at 95.9 on FM, 610 on AM, and streaming at sportsanimalabq.com.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Maggie Gray with a CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Tom Ricketts, the principal owner of the Chicago Cubs, claimed the team was suffering from quote-unquote biblical losses during the pandemic-shortened season in 2020. But clearly it wasn't that bad. Ricketts is leading an investment group that's hoping to buy European soccer powerhouse Chelsea. The expected sale price, $3 billion. I'm Maggie Gray.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. So you need to change your oil. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Valvoline Daily Protection or Valvoline Max Life High Mileage Motor Oil with an STP oil filter, plus an STP air filter or cabin air filter for just $36.99. Visit one of our 6,000 stores or order from AutoZone.com for same-day store pickup or next-day delivery.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Hi, Tom Bodette for Motel 6, leaving the light on for ski bums. Lift ticket prices have gotten steeper than a double black diamond. To save some money for more powder days, I suggest eating a half-frozen PB&J on the chairlift and staying at a Motel 6. They have a clean, comfortable room at a great low rate. So throw on those stretched-out long johns from a couple years ago and head for the lift lines. I'm Tom Bodette for Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on for you.
As Attorney General of California, Kamala Harris oversaw the second largest justice department in the country. Now she is Vice President of the United States.
Every little girl watching tonight sees that this is a country of possibilities.
We salute Kamala Harris during Women's History Month, the highest elected woman in the entire history of our great nation.
Celebrate Women's History Month with us online at sportsanimалabq.com. The opening drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
If I'm Chris Jans, I'm pissed. I got a hell of a coaching job to do today and tomorrow. But if I'm him, I'm not listening to the noise. I'm getting my guys together and say, what do you want to do? You guys have a decision. Let's get together right now. Every goal that you had is still in front of you. You want to win the WAC championship? Regular season, go out and win. On Saturday, you win. You're the number 1 seed. And then you got 2 games to get in the NCAA tournament.
Weekday mornings from 7 till 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
19 years ago, LASIK surgery was fairly new, but at the time, DJ Brigman decided he needed to do something with his vision. It's Jeff Symbieta. And DJ, you called Dr. Coleman at Coleman Vision. Why?
I was playing professional golf, wearing contacts. My eyes were dry and itchy. I have allergies. In certain places of the country, that was causing serious eye irritation. And taking contacts out in the airport restrooms was miserable. I didn't want to deal with it anymore.
So what difference did the LASIK make?
Well, all those problems I just talked about aren't problems anymore. I've saved thousands of dollars in solution, glasses, contacts, and I see better than ever 19 years later. Dr. Coleman gave me the chance to enjoy life and outdoor activities with no hassle.
DJ and I both trusted Dr. Coleman, and we couldn't be more thrilled with the results. If you're tired of contacts, itchy eyes, allergies impacting your vision, call Coleman Vision at 821-8880. See more stories like DJ's and find out if LASIK is right for you by scheduling a free consultation at colemanvision.com.
This hour of Two Men On brought to you by Bernalillo County DWI Prevention. Go to burncode.gov for more information.
Lobo fans, postseason basketball is returning to the pit. The UNM women's basketball team is hosting Grand Canyon at 7 p.m. on Wednesday in the first round of the Women's National Invitational Tournament. Hop on board as the Lobos begin their quest for a postseason title. Tickets are available at golobos.com/tickets. That's golobos.com/tickets. Don't miss postseason basketball at the pit. We are New Mexico, and this is Lobo basketball. We'll see you.
Can your sports host do this? Jeff Symbieta was named 2022 Sportscaster of the Year by the National Sports Media Association. Listen to Jeff Symbieta every weekday morning right here on The Sports Animal.
And you're up.
This is how we get the Facebook live stream canceled right here, but it's totally worth it.
Yeah. Okay, now wind that down before you get canceled again.
Missy Elliott in the late 90s put out banger after banger after banger.
I was a big Debrat guy.
Yeah.
Remember Debrat? Oh, her and Jermaine Dupri were like this power team for a while. Then Missy just took everything over.
Well, and not just took it over, like changed the game for everyone involved. So Super Duper Fly is 97 ? That's got to be correct.
Into the 90s, sure.
Under Construction is like 5 years later, and I'm like, no, you done constructed. Like it's done. Like you put out the jams.
It's weird for someone like Missy who has such like a dominant peak. Like you could never be Super Duper Fly Missy. You could be one step below that and be successful, but you're not going to be Super Duper Fly Missy ever again.
The Get Your Freak On the Missy So Addictive album.
Yeah.
Because I was in high school at that time, and there wasn't a single after football dance / prom. You guys have Sadie Hawkins?
Something like that.
Yeah. Twerp, Sadie Hawkins, whatever it was. You might just put it on. Just go. That was a weird time for music too, because TLC was huge for some reason. And I was like, TLC ain't got no swing.
The Crazy Sexy Cool album is a banger beginning to end. After that, they kind of fell off real fast. But
did they?
Yeah.
You just said that one album that was good.
It was actually listenable the whole time.
All right, so I had to look at the name of it, which kind of doesn't support my argument. But Fan Mail also bangs.
Nah.
That's the one with no scrubs.
Miss me.
No, I'm telling you, though. There was something about that sound.
No scrubs, huh?
Unpretty.
How are we going to run this hospital? Left eye.
She burned down Andre Dyson's house.
Andre Rison's
house.
Yeah.
She burned it to the ground, Michael. You think you and your lady got problems? Shoot.
I don't have any problems with my lady. I don't know.
Do you have 99 problems?
I've got issues, but I don't. Well, not with a girlfriend. No, that's one good plus.
That strong, like female voiced led. And I guess I want to say solo, but TLC wasn't a solo.
Mm-mm.
I want to say like that sound of the late 90s, early 2000s. There's like no one banging like that today.
It's came back.
Has it? Who's got it?
Like Caliucci's.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I know.
The one that I think would be the one, except for the problem was the pandemic. Do you remember the pandemic that just ended?
What was that? Missy's third album, The Pandemic?
Nah, nice.
No.
So whenever COVID-19 started, that really threw Lizzo off. Because I thought Lizzo was the one.
Because she hits at your emotional core.
Yeah, because Lizzo,
and everyone's already sad because of the pandemic,
and so you can't go Lizzo.
Yeah, you can't go Lizzo,
and that's why you have to go like the super emotional girls, like Taylor Swift. Like Taylor Swift can bang so hard right now.
Match this energy.
Yeah. Like, hey, what's the name of the girl? The real emotional young girl? She's emotional.
Taylor Swift?
No, the other one.
Also Taylor Swift?
Oh, come on now. She like sings.
Are you thinking about Taylor Swift?
No, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, with the raccoon eyes?
Yeah.
Oh, Billie Eilish? Yeah.
No pandemic. She don't even got a chart topper. It's all.
I think she was a force to be reckoned with no matter what.
I'm telling.
It's not my cup of tea, but I get it. I see why she got to be so big.
If there were a like worldwide pandemic, Lizzo would be the top of the charts and Adele would be eating her dust.
I think they're both going to be very talented and successful no matter what.
10.
You know who's going to be with us? Talented and successful. JJ Buck whenever we get back. 2 Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Well, traffic this afternoon, a number of slowdowns throughout the metro. Westbound on I-40.
Is he going to call in or is he just going to get to us?
Going to last until Coors. Northbound on I-25, Gibson to Lomas moving slow. We've also got slowdown southbound I-25, Osuna to Montgomery. And Paseo headed west this afternoon. Slowdown starting around Jefferson, and they're going to last until Rio Grande. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the state, locally owned and operated. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
St. Patrick's Day, it's an enchanted time. Time to start transforming winter's dreams into summer's magic. Doesn't matter if you're Irish every day or just on the 17th of March, if you're going to celebrate the day, be sure to take a ride on us. Together, we can end DWI. 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal, has partnered with Bernalillo County Department of Behavioral Health Services, Sandoval County DWI Prevention, and Ron Bell Injury Lawyers to help end DWI. Open the Uber app now and under vouchers, enter the code GREEN2022 in all caps. Then, after your corned beef, cabbage, and green beer, if things get a little too enchanting, request an Uber, and we'll pay up to $15 for your ride, for up to 2 rides per person. This offer is good to the first 1,000 people who use the code, beginning Thursday, March 17th at noon through Sunday, March 20th at 3 a.m. May your blessings outnumber the shamrocks that grow, and may trouble avoid you wherever you go. I'm in the Celtic spirit, what can I say? Take a ride on us. Together we can end DWI. And that's no blarney.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. After you've been hurt in a car wreck, you wouldn't want to settle for getting half your car fixed. So why would you settle for getting half a check? The insurance companies have teams of adjusters and lawyers, and their sole job is to pay you as little as possible for your case. In a wreck, need a check? Call Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys today. We'll work hard to get you all the money you deserve and to keep you out of the courtroom. Don't be a victim twice. Call us at 544-4444. The call and the advice are free.
Lerner and Rowe can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Insurance Research Council, July 2014. We're making life sweeter. Blake Slaughterburger is blending
Stand by, guys. Here we go.
shake milkshakes. It's our rich and
DJ is standing by.
shake blended with a slice of real cheesecake. Strawberry cheesecake milkshakes from Blake Slaughterburger. Available for a limited time.
K240BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, AM 610 KNML Albuquerque. The Sports Animal, proud to be a Cumulus media station, even if they're not that proud of us.
Now betting for the Sports Animal. Your afternoon drive. Number 2, Menon and Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Robert Buck D. Gibson.
This is 2 men on.
And you're up.
Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Back on the program, we're hitting the hard-hitting questions today. JJ Buck is with us. JJ, Missy Elliott, Janet Jackson, or Aaliyah?
Missy Elliott.
Yeah, all day, right? I don't even understand how this conversation we had elsewhere otherwise, no matter what.
R.I.P. Aaliyah. She'd be the biggest star on the planet if it wasn't for her untimely death.
Missy Elliott just hit different when you're in middle school.
Oh, yes.
Me and JJ are age adjacent, so we have the same energy on that.
All day.
If they turn, all right, so you're at the pit right now. If they turn on Missy Elliott in the pit right now, get your freak on. You know what the entire pit is getting their freak on.
Yes.
You turn on Aaliyah and people are like, hey guys, is this Aaliyah?
It's just different vibes.
No, they start making babies all over the place.
Well, we don't need that.
And then the pit loses their license, and there's a whole series of accoutrement that goes along with that.
Is that true too?
I want to keep my job for a little while, so I would definitely go Missy Elliott.
Thank you. Very smart. So I got a
Good
question.
energy.
All right. So we got to paint the picture here, JJ. You're here because I love the Lady Lobos. You're here because I respect you as a broadcaster. Well, I'm going to shoot you real straight, dog. I don't know a ton about the NIT. How does it lay out? If the Lobos win, are there more games at the pit? What's the story? And how bad is Grand Canyon going to be feeling after they get their butts whooped?
Well, the WNIT, it's a consolation tournament. There was disappointment. This team had their goals eyes set on the NCAA tournament, but the focus has been good, regrouping from that loss against Colorado State. So it's it is essentially the runner-up tournament, but it's an opportunity to play postseason basketball on your home floor. It's a 64-team field. So if you print out a WNIT bracket, I think there's like 7 of us that did that. It looks exactly like an NCAA tournament bracket, but the first 2 to 3 games can be hosted at home site. So there's an opportunity for the Lobos to play at least 2 home games, starting tonight with Grand Canyon.
My Cougars won last night. I don't know if you boys saw that over Santa Clara.
Congratulations.
Just saying. I'm not trying to be the guy that's saying.
Hey, NIT action, and maybe the Pac-12 can show up and play basketball next year.
That's okay. I mean, JJ, come on. I mean, you hurt your boy. That hurt your boy.
So, I mean, you mentioned the disappointment of not getting into the NCAA tournament. These seniors have been playing together for so long. This is kind of just like a bonus, right? Like they're playing on house money. They get to go out on their home court and have some fun.
Yeah, and I spoke with Jaden De La Cerda yesterday.
Pretty good
conversation you can hear on a pregame show. coming up very shortly. And, she was really grounded about it all. She said that it was tough, but they had to refocus, and they're excited about this opportunity. But she said teams that do well in postseason play can have success moving forward. So she was thinking, yeah, this is her last run, but she knows if this team does well in the postseason NIT, it could help the team in the future. And I just thought that was a really grounded mindset for a player that's been here for 5 years, knowing, they have an opportunity once again to go out there and hopefully finish better than they looked against Colorado State, but something that can help this program moving forward.
So where's the championship? Is it still at Madison Square Garden?
You know what? That's a good question, man.
It is. I believe it is.
I have not looked that far ahead. I got the bracket, but it was just pretty much like, let's see what happens against Grand Canyon, because the team, they look loose. They're open up, but there's a huge question, man, of what the Lobos are going to look like, because they were expected to be playing a Mountain West championship game Wednesday night, and they got sent home early. So I'm interested to see what this game looks like the first 5 minutes.
So what does the pit look like right now? Did the NIT cover up all the home court logos? Do we still have our opening drive and 2 men on posters on the wall? Did they cover those up? What's the vibe there?
I'm with you on, we need to hit the branding hard. I'm right there with you on that. But they just have WNIT stickers on the floor. The video boards have WNIT on it. But other than that, they did not paint the building blue.
Okay. I mean,
Okay.
also,
All right.
I think a 1-for-1 is a fair trade on 2 men on and opening drive T-shirts. So I think there should be an exchange, like uniting the families.
I think like every other seat, just put one down.
Oh, so smart. And just like a checkerboard, just go, 1 and 1.
Smart.
Hey, but you know what would happen? We would see people making trades.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, what do you mean it takes 2 opening drive shirts to get 1 2 men on shirt? Like, that's not fair. That doesn't make sense.
I think every family will go home with a 2 men on shirt or an opening drive shirt, and we'll just paint this city.
Also, Vital specific shirts that just say Vital, and it's just like John Impact font, the most boring font of all time.
I'm with Vital.
I like that one. I'm with Vital. Without Vital, this radio station we're talking on right now would collapse.
Oh, that's 1,000% true.
Burned the ground years ago.
I don't know the last time you've done a show with Vital, JJ, but we get a fair amount. You get callers, we get callers. You know my opinion on callers. Vital gets callers that don't even go to air. He just sits on the other side of the glass and gossips for 5 minutes at a time.
Yeah, he's like a therapist, a sports therapist, essentially. We think we do that, but Vital is the one that has to handle them raw right out the gate. Like he preps them for us, so they're a little calmer, and we don't have to deal with some of the menaces out there.
Talking about prep, how did you prep for the Grand Canyon Antelopes? Because whenever I Googled them, I was really struggling, dog.
Well, I prepped for them because they're the second place team in the Western Athletic Conference. They played in the WAC title game at the Orleans Arena. And so they're a team that's going to present a lot of problems. They press like crazy. You're going to see full court press, half court traps. They forced 22 turnovers a game, which is one of the highest marks in the country. They got 2 graduate transfers that are leading this team, a ton of experience. And, Grand Canyon's an interesting one, man. If you ever watch what New Mexico State and Grand Canyon, how that rivalry has kind of popped off, there's a lot of energy around athletics for Grand Canyon. So it's going to be interesting to see them today because they're looking for their first ever Division I postseason victory for the women's basketball team.
Sorry for them. They're about to catch that L. Hard.
I legit didn't know that Grand Canyon University was like an actual university with like athletic programs and like, coaches and, trainers. Like there's just somebody there to wrap their ankles and everything. Like they're like a real college,
legitimized,
They've been hitting
real
hard,
athletic
man.
program.
Yeah.
I thought it was
cash money invested into the programs.
I thought it was just like University of Phoenix. Like that's always what I thought it was.
Seems similar. It seems very
no
similar.
online degrees there.
Okay.
All right, so give it to us. So the broadcast starts pregame, obviously 6:30. Tip-offs at 7. Is that correct?
7:02.
Okay.
So you got 2 minutes if you need to get yourself down here to the pit. If you're doing something until 7, you got time. WNIT action. And let's get it.
There you go. So, all right. So the game's going to – so if – let me rephrase that. When the Lady Lobos win, who's next? What's next?
So it would be San Diego or Cal Baptist University.
I hate both of them.
Comes down.
I'm really oppo San Diego. I feel about San Diego the way I feel about El Paso.
Oh no, I'm a big San Diego guy. That's a lovely place.
I used to be pro San Diego until the movie Anchorman, and then I thought that Anchorman gave it a rub it didn't deserve, and then I got away from it.
I thought Anchorman was fantastic.
What's
though.
amazing?
I thought
Oh,
that
it
paints like a
is,
great
yeah.
picture of San Diego.
See, that's
So
what I'm
you-
saying. We're many years later.
You were rooting for San Diego as a second tier city, but he passed them off as a front tier city, and you as a front runner,
Yes.
you're like, no, it's not.
Yeah, because I should have been there already.
Yeah, okay. It's making tons of more sense now.
What are the big milestones? What are the big that could happen tonight, JJ, at the pit?
Well, it's another step towards this team potentially winning more games than any Lobo team has done in a season. Mike
That's
Bradbury,
crazy.
2 wins away from his personal best in a season as head coach at the University of New Mexico, and just keep adding to those totals. If you're Antonia Anderson, who's already played more games than anyone else, well, here's another one to add to that, which is going to be really hard to catch because they're not hopefully going to be giving out many more free years for quite some time. And then for Jaden De La Cerda to climb up the 3-point make list, she could finish 3rd or 2nd all time by the time it's all said and done.
And then she's going to be in the broadcast booth with you next year, right? I mean, she's got that kind of career aspiration.
I don't know with me, but she might be somewhere else because Nikki's holding it down, and they're just not
Three-man
going to
booth.
let
Three-man
De La
booth.
Cerda just come in like that.
Hey, this is
Take
pro.
it over.
It's pro wrestling, JJ. 3-man booth.
Well,
You get a heel, you get a face, and then you have you calling
True.
the action. I love it.
It could work.
Oh my gosh, it'd be a money maker. This is the most brilliant decision I've ever made on the fly on this program.
Thanks for the new programming, Fred. We appreciate it.
Hey, Coach Bradbury sat down with the girls. You know what that message was before this one?
It was just to refocus. They were disappointed, but the opportunity to play at home in the postseason in front of the fans, it's not something to take for granted. You know, you hear the WNIT, some people might go, oh, well, what are we going to do? It's a WNIT. No, this is one that you got to be excited for. It's an opportunity to finish strong, to win postseason basketball games, and we'll see if that team took that message to heart.
And no matter what, Lobos fan, if you're tuned in tonight on 95.9 or 610 AM, everyone is saying, let's go Lobos. No one is saying, let's go Lopes. Okay?
No.
Let's go Lopes is a lame cheer, but let's go Lobos is very legitimate.
Are you trying to say Lopez? I don't understand. You're not finishing the word.
Boo earns. Boo earns. JJ, we got your pregame in just 20 minutes. Anything we missed, my friend?
Nope. We good.
All right.
Appreciate you guys.
Final
Have fun, boys.
tally. You going work it, get your freak on, or super duper fly?
Everybody work it.
The rain, boys. The answer is the rain.
That's my answer too.
I can't stand the rain.
You should.
All right, boys. I got some waterfalls to go chase. So.
JJ likes songs that have lyrics that are reverse, so he likes a Sherman Yima de Flang Dang Dimma.
Oh.
I think that's his favorite part.
Yeah, put your thing down, flip it and reverse it.
Yeah.
JJ Buck's very good at this. When he calls game, what's the best way to describe this?
He's talented.
Yeah, it's like talent with like the appropriate mix of emotion. It's like
buckets.
Yeah. That's literally it, right? Because it's like, say they get a little run, right? Basketball's a game of streaks. You're going a little streak. Like I'm right there with you, JJ. Like I can feel my breathing pattern is your breathing pattern.
Yep.
Good dude. Also, there is a mental aspect to bouncing back from that like hecka disappointing loss. Like, because that was hecka disappointing.
A lot of expectations on him to go far this year.
Well, not just from Lady Lobo fan, not just from alumni, not just from us, from themselves. They had a lot of pressure on themselves to end up strong in their college career.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
They don't need us. They don't need our expectations when they have their own.
You know, it'd be like talking about like Jaden De La Cerda, like because like I know Jaden a little bit. Like she's got aspirations. She wants to get in the world of broadcasting. She wants to get in. She wants to live this life. So, if you can leave the pit with a legacy, like a NIT champion, a ship, a banner,
yep.
You can put a banner right there, top of the pit. Shoot! Every time you go back, you know what's there? That banner that you put there. Shoot!
Do you get like a mini banner for your own house?
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get actually a table runner. Comes off both sides.
That's very nice.
Pretty nice.
What if you don't have like a coffee table?
Well, table runners are for dining room tables.
You could just fold it in half and put it on your wall, right? And then boom, you got your banner.
You call Scott Cregan over Graphic Connections.
Excellent.
Okay. Also, hear me out.
Okay.
I ever won a championship banner. And by the way, I've talked to you guys about this. Championships, I'm pro. Awards, I'm oppo. I'm into everyone working as hard as they can for a championship, you winning the championship and being braggadocious. I'm not into giving an award. Awards are stupid. With that said, if you win, you put a flagpole in your front yard. I'm not talking a little one. I'm talking one the homeowners association gets pissed about.
Like the one at the RV park on 40 West.
100% one like
3x5 Cardinal fan one.
Yeah. Well, no, that is in 30 by 50 by Cal. That's what I'm talking about. Keep going. Expand it. Today's I-9 Varsity when we get back. The I-9 Varsity have songs about cities.
Okay.
It's going to be a good one. 2 Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal.
Why settle for one truck month when you can have 3? It's truck month at Malloy Los Lunas, and nobody does truck month like Malloy Los Lunas. Chevrolet, Ford, Ram truck months all at one location. Shop, compare, and save during Malloy Los Lunas truck month. MalloyLosLunas.com.
This report is brought to you by Malloy Los Lunas.
Well, traffic this afternoon, we've got that rollover crash southbound on I-25 on the San Diego Pueblo. It's between Bernalillo and the tramway exits, and it is causing major backups and delays. Your best bet's going to be to avoid that area altogether if you can. Elsewhere, westbound I-40 still seeing slowdowns from the interchange to about Coors this evening. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Shop in store or online at AmericanHome.com. They guarantee you'll pay less. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The opening drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
I think this has been one of the most fun leagues to watch, and it is one of the most competitive leagues in college basketball this year. And all that's wonderful, but as much as the Mountain West has been hyped, they need to do something. One team's got to get through the second weekend, don't they? Somebody's got to get through the second. They've got to figure something out in this tournament.
Weekday mornings from 7 till 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Is that spring you're feeling in the air? It certainly is. Time to get out, be active, and get moving. Guys, how you feeling? It's Jeff Symbieta. And gentlemen, are you ready for spring? If not, if you're tired too often, feeling sluggish, put on a few too many pounds, or even you're dealing with erectile dysfunction, give New Mail a call. New Mail helps men all over the country deal with these very natural things. The number is 505-652-1688, or you can go online at New Mail. That's NUMALE.com. Why are so many men visiting New Mail? Because it works. New Mail utilizes its industry-leading testosterone replacement to help men deal with these very natural symptoms. Fellas, reality is, as you age, there's a really good chance you're going to be affected by these things, but you don't have to succumb to them. Call New Mail at 505-652-1688 and take care of it. New Mail's right here in Albuquerque. They're convenient, and it works. That's the beauty. The results are real. Call New Mail at 505-652-1688. That's 505-652-1688, or visit newmail.com and feel better.
CarCrafters is proudly celebrating 40 years in business. Jim Guthrie, owner and president, started CarCrafters right here in Albuquerque in his parents' garage. 40 years later, CarCrafters has 5 locations and is nationally recognized for collision repair. It's a testament to all the skilled, dedicated employees over the years that have made CarCrafters great, and of course, the wonderful customers and New Mexicans who have supported us for the years. Make CarCrafters your local choice for auto body repairs, now with 40 years experience.
CarCrafters, it's like it never happened.
Let's be honest, nobody likes to pay for parking. So when you head out of town, why would you pay twice as much to park at the Sunport when you can go to airport parking instead? Convenience? What's convenient about lugging your suitcase through the parking garage? The airport parking shuttle driver drops you off at the terminal door and will unload your bags for you. Now that's convenient. Shuttles to and from your vehicle run every 5 minutes. Don't waste money. Take exit 221 off I-25, then turn right at University to airport parking. Easier, quicker, smarter.
Whoever said the more the merrier sure wasn't in charge of hiring new employees, because the more unqualified candidates you have for a job, the more difficult your hiring can be. And that can make the process, well, not so merry for you. Thankfully, there's ZipRecruiter, which you can try right now for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter's powerful technology finds the right candidates for your job. But unlike other sites, ZipRecruiter goes deeper. ZipRecruiter matches people with people, and you can personally invite your top choices to apply, because the perfect hire is more than a list of qualifications. It's an individual. ZipRecruiter makes hiring the right person easy, and that'll keep you and everyone else very merry.
4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try ZipRecruiter for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's right, free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
American Home has over 85 years of experience in mattresses. We've partnered with the #1 most trusted mattress brands in America, Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy Posturepedic. And we've selected the perfect 30 best beds in the industry just for you.
Here we go.
Believe these 30 mattresses will give you the healthy and restful sleep you deserve. Plus, we've got you covered with the perfect 30 guarantee.
You guys will have about 7.5 minutes here, this final segment.
Home furniture and mattress.
Here we go.
Don't miss the opening drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Start your morning weekdays at 7. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The
And you're up.
Good program today. Nice that we got to be here while we were here instead of not being here, which was an option before we were here. Did you get that, Michael?
I tried.
Thank you, too. New Mexico Pinon Coffee, the YMCA of Central New Mexico, John Lopez Real Estate, and Coldwell Banker Legacy. Thank you, too, O'Neill's, which we will not be at tomorrow night in a working capacity. I will probably be at tomorrow night in a drinking capacity. Because it's St. Patty's Day tomorrow, boys. What's the radio rule on that? I mean, I can tell everyone I'm like a loose dude when it comes to like drinking holidays. Like I'm not trying to lie to you about it. Oh, here's a holiday where I can drink. Thank you.
You're talking to the redheaded guy who got his 23andMe back and is over 2/3 Irish. Yes, I'm going hard tomorrow. Thank you very much.
I thought we went to that Lenoche.
Also March Madness.
Yeah. Michael, we went to the Lenoche Encantada the other night for the Hispano Chamber.
Black tie affair, right?
Blackout affair is what it was.
Yeah.
Did you have a good time?
We laughed a lot. We got to see a lot of faces you haven't seen in some time. And you know what was interesting for us was, you know, we jumped into the program ABQ Central pre-COVID. Then we transitioned to 2 Men On like during COVID. By the way, COVID's over. Congratulations. But it was like the first chance for a lot of people to like say nice things. And I don't think I was emotionally prepared for that. Because there was like, I was no name dropping here, but I was talking to like a mayor of this city. And he's like, hey, tune in all the time. It's good job. I was like, oh man, like, that stuff's kind. Like, because we just hadn't been able to hear it. Anyways, long story short, drank a lot. That's where I was trying to go with this.
Also, if you want to shower us with compliments, you can call or text. You don't have to wait till the next Noche Encantada. My ego needs all the stroking it can get.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I9 Sports League Office 280 and i9sports.com 505-312-4999. Today's I9 varsity is it's the varsity of songs about cities.
Yeah.
Okay. And this started because you were mad-libbing a song about El Paso.
Correct. Marty Robbins. Not to be confused with Marty Watts.
That's a good one.
Or Marty McFly.
Marty's a different name. Because there's some cool names like Marvin Gaye. And I'm like, is Marty short for Marvin?
Marty's short for Marthew.
No, that's just you stumbling. What is Marty short for?
Bartholomew.
No. All right, so I didn't know this. It's Martin, and that should have been very obvious to me.
Duh.
Oh, God. There's a long list of people whose name is Martin Marty.
Martin Marty
Friedman is an American guitarist who's fairly popular.
Like the mayor who talked to you Saturday night at Noche Encantada.
Yeah.
Martin Marty Chavez. Everybody knows he's been the mayor for like 30 years now.
I don't think.
Congratulations for another victory, Marty Chavez.
I don't think Marty Chavez is the mayor anymore.
Wait, what? Let me Google this.
Songs about cities, okay?
Okay, songs about cities.
Now you go first because I always go first.
Okay, so I want to send a shout out to cousin Glenn. I don't know if you're aware that I'm cousins with country legend Glenn Campbell by marriage.
Who is that?
Glenn Campbell, Wichita lineman, and the song I'm getting to now, By the Time I Get to Phoenix. So first on my I-9 varsity of songs about cities that aren't Los Angeles or New York.
Correct.
I'm going with Glenn Campbell's By the Time I Get to Phoenix.
Right.
Shout out cousin Glenn.
I think that's very good. I'm going to go with El Paso by Marty Robbins.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's a good one.
Absolute banger.
What gave you that idea?
Why would you write a song about El Paso?
I mean, you fell in love with a Mexican girl. That's a great reason.
George Strait put out a banger about Amarillo, and I think it's the most important thing that's ever happened in the history of Amarillo.
They peaked early.
They don't even have a cool war story. Like, there's not even there's no OK Corral. There's no
Amarillo Corral.
Yeah. Amarillo.
Amarillo. I bet Amarillo, like West Texas, way out in the middle of nowhere. I bet they went hard back in the day.
I'm not saying they didn't go hard, but I'm saying
it just everything pop culture missed out on Amarillo culture.
There's no Alamo at the Amarillo.
The Amarillo Mo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next on my I-9 varsity of songs about cities,
I'm
keeping it right here in New Mexico, baby.
Oh, smart.
And my favorite singer-songwriter, or at least country-adjacent singer-songwriter, Townes Van Zant's classic, Snowing on Raton.
What?
Yeah, I knew you wouldn't get this one whatsoever. Townes Van Zant, Snowing on Raton. It's a beautiful song.
Judy Garland in Meet Me in St. Louis. And if you're not familiar, Judy Garland is a saint. Check out that piece of action.
What? Did you just call her a piece of action? What is she a uppity dame on the weekends too?
I was trying to go 1944, but I
okay. All right.
It didn't come out as precisely misogynistic as I thought it would. It was even worse.
My next on my I-9 varsity songs about cities is a
just
city that I have never been to as an adult.
Okay.
And everyone is very mad at me that I've never been to. And specifically, I like the cover by Willie Nelson better. But Arlo Guthrie's City of New Orleans. We need to go to New Orleans. Let's find a reason to go to New Orleans.
So I've been to New Orleans. It hits. It hits.
It's my kind of jam. Like, it's weird, it's quirky, it's foodie, they got cool culture.
You think all of that's true. But the thing is, it's not. It's only that when it's the off season. Like during like Mardi Gras or during like big like sporting events, it sucks. Like when WrestleMania is there, too many people. Like because it's not built big enough for all those people.
It's not big enough for
yeah.
yeah.
But if you get it in like off times, if you get it in like hurricane season, I don't know if you know, there's actually a magnet in New Orleans that attracts hurricanes. I don't know if you're familiar with this.
Yes.
But if you go at that time, you can get like a hurricane, which is a drink and a weather, and then there's no more punchline to that. That's all I had.
I'm more into Jazz Fest, like the big music festival that expanded beyond jazz a few years ago. I really want to go to a jazz fest in New Orleans.
I believe that's in Salt Lake City, and they do it at the beginning of the season.
They don't
allow. Karl Malone is there.
They don't allow jazz music in the state of Utah. We all know that. The name is ironic.
There's a lot going on there.
Okay, I know we said we couldn't.
Is this it, Vital? Is this Bob Dylan? What is this?
You don't know this
City
one?
of New Orleans.
Yeah.
Arlo Guthrie.
I'm more of an Alice's Restaurant guy.
I know that we said we can't go with New York or LA in our answer.
Right.
But I'm going to go with that exact thing in Jim Croce's New York's Not My Home.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So it's not his home, so it doesn't count. So I could use it on my I-9 varsity.
Born to be Free is actually about leaving New Jersey.
Shout out to Jim Croce.
Thank you to Scott Cregan for coming on the program today. He's so great and wonderful and special. Connect with Graphic Connections if you need anything, literally anything. Also, JJ Buck's the man, too. Also, Forrest Oldham with the ice tips, pretty good. Van, any final words before we go?
Shout out to Craig, shipping up to Boston. Great answer. Shout out to Hank, Miami by your dude, Will Smith.
Smart.
Make sure you check out the opening drive tomorrow morning with Jeff, JJ, and A. Marie. And then you'll be missing out on us tomorrow because we're doing all March Madness coverage.
We are back Monday.
Monday.
Is that right, Vital?
Monday.
Good job, everyone. GG.
See you tomorrow, Burke.
Monday.
Dealing card games with the old man in the club car. Penny a coin ain't no one